Hello everyone, welcome in, welcome in. Is it in fact stream time? I was so taken with the music playing in my headphones that I was scrolling something on my phone and realized I've been scrolling for 10 minutes because I like to doom scroll sometimes. I hate when that happens, actually. It is one of my biggest personal pet peeves of myself. It's the best way I can put that. But yeah, I completely lost track of time there for a minute. I was in a whole nother world. I wasn't even in the ocean yet, and I was already swimming off. Doom scrolling is a big thing, don't feel bad. I mean, it got me. It for sure got me. We made it to rank 33 last time. We completed our second ever solo dive, and we opened up another part of the story. Now I'm tempted to go ahead and do more diving, because our limit or our requirement for this one was 6,000. We got to 6,100. So I am tempted to do another solo dive before we start the story, but I feel like if I do that, we're gonna end up doing the story at like 9 p.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the story. Chapter 3-2, just keep up with what's going on. And then we'll hop into a solo dive. Maybe we'll go for 100%. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Because we managed to get 2 dives in, I think, actually, at the end of the last stream. We got a second one in. But it was, like, very, very rushed, and we weren't even continuing our dive. So we're going to do this, and then I guess we'll continue the dive from last time, if it lets us still. And that'll be cool. Oh, I forgot to turn her up. She says that every time. I was looking for information
to the ancient sea,
that was very specific, and I didn't find it.
With
so,
prehistoric creatures that are extinct everywhere else in the
hopefully
world.
everybody's having a pretty good day. Everybody except my dad. I know he's not having a good day. Not that he tunes into my streams, but, you know, maybe he'll watch this someday, and I will still be apologetic for his day today. Welcome to the Ancient Sea, a region populated with prehistoric creatures that are extinct everywhere else in the world. Can't swim 5 feet in a veiled sea without seeing something impossible.
Yes, including mythic ancient creatures.
Would you look at that? Dunkleosteus, giant carnivore from the Devonian. And those are Anomalocaris, Cambrian period predators.
This place is a treasure trove
like shrimp.
of fascinating discoveries. Shall we get started?
That looks like a shrimp. That doesn't look like a whatever he said it was. Alright, explore the ancient sea. So we've actually never been in the ancient sea. We've only been in these other dives that we've gone on. Let's see. Aspidorhynchus. Look at these guys, they're huge. We're not even close enough to catch them. I only got one of them. The Dunkel. Oh, look at that face. That's one of my favorite parts of this game, is when it's, you know, like they got super funky faces and I get to like pretend to eat them. It's pretty great. Alright, here's some more of the aspids. A new record for aspids. And more aspids. Where are those other things he said? The shrimp looking ones. Also, how come everything is swimming around super casual, like? As if they're not ancient creatures from another time. Wow. It's like I'm in a dream. I've only seen these creatures as fossils, but here they are, right in front of me.
These ancient creatures are part of why the Veiled Sea's existence had to be kept highly confidential.
So we're here in a sea that shouldn't exist.
Transmission
but
received.
It does.
HQ has granted us permission to explore in the north.
Nice. So we got a couple Anomalo guys. Continue exploring. And we're supposed to head north. I'm not going to. I just want to like survey this like ancient area here, because I have a feeling that the Veiled Sea is gonna have like really ancient creatures in it and maybe some artifacts. Oh, there's a light. That light is probably where we're headed. But I was trying to see if we could find any other creatures. I'm gonna go to the top of this structure here. See what I can see. It's like a castle or something. Is it like an underwater castle? What's going on here? That straight up looks like part of a castle. This is really cool, actually. What in the Dark Souls is going on here? Was it a bridge at some point? Like, is this a broken bridge, maybe? Oh, there, you can't see anything. Oh, that's wicked. And then you swim down some and you can see some, like, mushrooms and things. I will say, like, when we're exploring around, normally, we can see a lot. But for some reason, this stuff is all hidden and shadowy, and it means Veiled Sea. It's veiled because you can't see anything. Wow, we're swimming around an ancient castle. Or something, at least. Alright, I'll go back up. We're supposed to explore this golden light. I didn't see any other fish, so I'm guessing we're not supposed to be looking at fish.
Creature shadow detected.
Oh,
look at
shadow.
that.
She says, look at that, and then we don't actually see anything yet. Oh, there it is. Whoa, big fish.
Species identified, Leadsichthys. The largest bony fish ever identified.
Neat. Leads the fish. Huh. Doesn't look like it's after us.
Leadsichthys was not carnivorous. Like its contemporary relative, the whale shark, it was a filter feeder that subsisted on plankton.
Nice.
It's thought to have had a gentle temperament.
It does in this game. Seeing it up close, I feel connected to it. Almost. Shame more people can't do this. Maybe then they'd take conservation more seriously.
HQ is planning to open up this area to the public someday, after they make sure it's safe for the local creature populations.
You think maybe she's just saying that to, like, make him feel at ease? Good. We shouldn't be the only people who get to see this.
Indeed. Transmission from HQ.
I like how when we have transmissions, my character immediately goes into a gremlin pose. Like, I'm gonna bend my knees and just stay in place.
You've been asked to take on a special research mission.
Okay.
It's time to head
I like
to
special
freshwater.
research. Freshwater? Yeah, let's do it. I love a good freshwater dive.
It sounds as if traces of the Oans have been found at this location as well. When you're ready, let's start
Okay.
making our way over.
Let's head on over. Alright, the Ancient Sea. So we got to see it for approximately 8 seconds. And then the game's like, go back to doing normal dives, thank you. I'm like, okay. A new chapter has been unlocked. You can access it from story. Cool. We don't have to wait for the next one. Maybe. My little dive guy down in the corner here. Let's see. Interesting. So I kind of thought there was going to be a 3-3 and that it was just hidden until we went to the next one. But 4-1 is unlocked because we've gotten 6,000. 4-2 is locked because we need 8,000. Interesting. All right, let's do it. Your scan status is displayed in the lower left corner of the map. Under certain circumstances, this may even exceed 100%. Okay, so maybe there's 100%, more than 100% of fish in an ocean. I mean, that seems a little silly, but maybe. Freshwater in the Veiled Sea. Interesting.
I am Sarah, your survey.
Yes, we know. We know you're Sarah. Thank you. Freshwater region. That looks like a catfish.
In this area, you'll find creatures common to rivers, lakes, and marshes.
Okay.
Salinity levels in the Veiled Sea vary by location. Different areas have seawater, brackish water, and fresh water.
Okay. Pretty cool. So it has all kinds of salinity. Guess the fish here have adapted to a lot of different environments.
Exactly right. Ready to explore?
Yes. Why am I like saluting or high-fiving the air? What was that about? Alright, we're pretty close to the surface up here. It says we're only about like 5 to 10 feet down. Or meters, I guess. Very strange. Boop. Boop. We're exploring the freshwater region. Trying to collect as many fish in one go as possible, but I think this is going to be one of those tunnels where there's like a right way to go and there's a couple of offshoots, which is fine. We've encountered plenty of those in our normal dives, so. Swim, swim, swim. Ooh, dolphin. Saw him. Can't hide him from me. I'm trying to look and see if there's any sort of like really cool things, but just this dolphin guy.
That's a Commerson's dolphin.
Okay.
It looks like it's suffering from low nutrition. Maybe it was separated from its pod and is struggling on its own.
Okay. So we're supposed to help it?
I agree. We should not leave it here.
I didn't say that. It's a dolphin. Dolphins are kind of evil.
Instead, let's get it to swim along with us and then lead it to the pod.
Okay. Okay, lead the dolphin back to its pod.
Commerson's dolphin.
How do I do that? Scan. Plus. Oh!
Excellent. It's
teaching us to do creature dives. Heck
Now
yeah. Now let's find the others. Heck yes. So now we have a companion. Woohoo! Can we lead it to food along the way? I found other fish. Boop, boop. Nile perch. I missed one somewhere. Oh, there he is. Nice. And he's just swimming along with me. Smallmouth bass. I'm pretty sure we get credit for scanning the ones in these dives. So I'm also trying to scan them so that we have an edge when it comes to how many we need total. Because there's probably going to come a time where we need like an insane amount of scanned guys. So, oh, it's in the cave. That was a guess. I was coming down here to scan the polka dot stingrays. I was not coming down here because I thought there was a cave. Oh hey, Daniel's back.
It's a pod of Commerson's dolphins.
It's a pod! Woohoo! He probably got kicked out. But we helped him. Hooray! Poor thing. Glad it's not in its own anymore. Okay, I gotta go. Getting called back to the surface. See you guys later. Why would only he be called back to the surface?
Daniel. Let's continue exploring.
Why would only he be called back to the surface? Explore the surrounding area. Are we gonna stumble across something really cool and he's gonna be like, man, I wish I had stayed with you. That's not fair. Dolphins. More dolphins. Brilliant. Dolphin. Any others? I think we've scanned them all. Oh, nope, there's one more. There he is. Okay. I think that's all the dolphin. Oh, no, just kidding. Every time I think we've got them all, there's like another one around the corner. Okay. Scan. Ooh.
Look over here. That
Writing.
appears to be ancient Oan script on the wall. Analyzing.
The ocean be that way. I mean, when tempestuous waters churn and beat, the 99 trials you must complete.
Interesting. This suggests that the mystery board is a sort of test handed down to us by the Oans.
Okay.
There's more. I'll analyze.
She's gonna try to translate it for us. Neural language pathways.
The true child of the sea will offer a song of harmony. A message from the Oans people themselves. This is a significant clue.
Interesting. That looks like it says bad.
I took a photo so that we can look back at this if we need to. That was quite a discovery. And it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't helped that Commerson's dolphin. It seems caring for the ocean's life is key to solving its mysteries.
Wow. Neat. Okay. So that's supposed to inspire us to, like, have companion fish and stuff, which is very cool. I'm looking forward to that in our main dive. But now, we gotta get to 8,000 scanned creatures before we can unlock the next chapter. Boo. I want more story. I think we decided in our last playthrough, or our last stream, that we were going to continue the dive where we had gotten 66% of fish. So, let's do it. There's a limit to the number of divers that can be present at the same time at a dive site. Okay. That makes sense. There's a limit to the number of players that you can have in one area. Dive begins, day 8 at night. Alright, so where were we? How do I look at my map? A blotchy swell shark. That's helpful. Oh. I don't know what I did. Oh, there's my map. Whoa! That was a lot that we hadn't looked at. Now, if I remember correctly, there were several areas that were like caves and like super underwater and stuff. So I don't know where we are now. We were just kind of exploring. 46% of the area. Ooh, a bull shark. Parrotfish, triggerfish. Swarm of a great white shark. He's trying to eat the tunas. That's why he's up there. That makes sense. Very cool. All these guys, all those guys. Let's see, blackfin tuna and barracuda. Oh, I wouldn't have thought that those would have been in the same area, but I guess in this game they are. Nice. Alright, let's continue onwards. So if we're gonna find 100% of fish, we're gonna have to be very careful on what we scan from now on. Because I think before we were doing our best, but we weren't necessarily doing 100%. You know what I mean? How did we end up over here? I think it was just that this was an unexplored area, so we just hadn't done anything with it. Great. What if we get 100% of the map, too? That'd be cool. I've already scanned him. Oh, no. And those guys. And most of these guys. Dang. Okay. That was a Commerson's dolphin, but he looked funky. He didn't look like the ones that we just saw. Also, if I remember correctly, there were several, like, circles on the ground that we were told we had to bring a specific creature to, and now we know how to do that. A sailfin tang. It's a love disc, but it's not pink. Oh, hey, Thanatos. What you doing? What if I just bring Thanatos with me everywhere? What if I just make him my companion and we just hang out forever? I don't think anybody would want to swim with me if my companion was the deep underlord of the sea. Or whatever his title is. That's exactly what I would do. Fair enough. Whee! Ah, an ocarina! I guess this one didn't summon storms. He's had a hard life. He deserves a friend. You're right. Let's be friends with Thanatos after we scan this group. Oh, there's 2 groups. Hello? There's 3 groups? Excuse me? Heck yeah, I'm gonna scan them all. Anchovies! You know, I kind of thought they were. Because they were little bitty, tiny, skinny guys. Alright, cool. Thanatos, come back here. He's just like circling where I am. I think he wants to be my friend. You don't have enough capacity. What? I don't have enough what? Can I... Wait. How... Wait. Hold on. Hammerhead. Oh, okay. So this yellow bar up here, that says 60 out of 80, it takes 60 capacity to swim with the hammerhead. But I only have 80, so I can do him. But Thanatos apparently takes like 150 if you want to be his friend. So I can't be his friend because I only have 80 and he demands 150 points. Wow. No wonder he hasn't got any friends. Who has that many points? Not me. 67% of creatures. And still not me. Whoa, look at this flounder. He's very speckly. He's high maintenance? I mean, I guess so. You relate. Nice. Does it also take 150 companion points to hang out with you, Cube? Japanese bullhead shark. A thresher. Pelagic thresher. Look at this guy. His tail is bigger than his whole body. Sheesh, at least. Oh no. Good to know. Everyone should know that it takes at least 150 points to hang out with you, Cube. How do you do it? But you play, like, multiplayer games like that sometimes, don't you? I feel like I've seen you play at least one. Is that why you don't play a lot of them? Is because people don't have enough companion points to hang out with you? Because that makes sense. That's something I would do. My brain would be like, yeah, I need enough points for this, and then never explain how to get points. Oh, look at this guy. He's kind of cute. I don't know what's going on with his mouth, but he is a banded Houndrick. You play a lot of multiplayer games, but not for long. Fair enough. You also don't have a lot of companion points. Oh no! Red Stingray, Japanese Lates.
Japanese Lates.
Oh, it is Lates, okay. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it, so I just looked it up. Or I just had her say it, basically. A Japanese drum. To go along with the Japanese late, I guess. Okay. I have a feeling that we don't have to explore like an actual 100% of the map. We can probably get to like 99 and it'll be good enough, like the way that it does with some Pokemon games. Because it says 48. And I don't know if that feels like 48. And really, I'm just using the unexplored areas to tell me where I might find fish, so. Alright, we got those guys. Some of these guys. I think y'all were in ad space for that whole rant. I'm sorry. It wasn't really a rant. It was me trying to puzzle out whether or not I'd be able to hang out with any of these fish, and also if I actually needed to get to an actual 100%. I guess the hanging out with the fish came first, though. But this one takes 200. This one's even more high maintenance than Thanatos. What the heck? No hanging out with orcas for me, I guess. Or at least not rare ones. Oh, I thought that was a cave. Let's say, heck yeah, cave time. I think we are in the point where we can find more UMLs, but we have to, like, find anomalies again or something. I think that's the point we're at. They look shiny. Are you shiny? Are you shiny? You are shiny! The big-eye Trevallies. As a person who cannot and does not eat fish, I really don't recognize a lot of these, so I don't know which ones are the ones that people normally eat, and which ones are the ones that just kind of exist in, like, an aquarium. So, my nose is really itchy. I don't know why. It's not like the weather's changed that much lately. But for some reason, it's just decided it's going to be really itchy today. 49% of the area has been explored. That's the missing word. Explored. Ooh. Ooh, a swordfish. Sorry, a marlin. Twitch players being dumb. Oh no, I know it recently had an update on several phones, but I don't know from whence it came. Atlantic blue marlin. I called him a swordfish. I'm sure he is offended, so. Brassy chub. Wow. Same. A chum salmon. Also same. Ooh, look at that one! I don't have enough companion points for a sea goldie? Really? Ugh, terrible. Not that I would want to trap any of these guys, but I think it'd be really cool if there was like a private ocean or like something where you could store certain fish. Like you could become their companion and they like come home with you. And you essentially like store fish. I think that would be cool. Some tunas? Okay, but what was that one that was by himself? Oh, it was a sea bass. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. I can't hang out with the giant manta ray either. What is this nonsense? Okay, so apparently I have to get really good at this game to be able to hang out with anybody. Like, I can hang out with these little guys, but even they're worth 50 points. So, I got a lot of exploring to do. Japanese eel. Okay. Looks like a shiny guy. But just one. Barramundi. Barramundi? Barramundi. Alright. Seems like a good stopping point there. Alright, we're gonna head south and get that whole south area. So let's just rely on it becoming daylight, which helps a little bit. And just swim as if our lives depend on it. I'm trying not to explore the area so that I don't miss them coming back. Swell shark. That sure is a swell shark. Alright, we made it to the edge. Hooray! Oh. Found that guy. A yellow goosefish. What the heck is a goosefish? Other than kinda horrifying. I don't know what a goosefish is. Anybody know what a goosefish is? Uh-oh. I'm getting beeps for anomalies. So who's the anomaly? Is it you? Oh!
HQ is detecting another set of strange biometric
We may
signs.
have yet another chance to find a
We may
UML.
have another chance to find a UML.
Alright.
Once again, please help triangulate.
Yeah.
These specimens are emitting unusual biometric.
I know.
Besides being useful for finding.
Yup. Thank you. So we can find a second UML. It did say that if you hung around long enough, you might find a second one. And apparently we found our first anomaly, which will lead us to our second UML of this particular dive. And our, what, third, fourth overall? Fifth? I don't know. We found quite a few. 68% of creatures. Not bad. I was kind of hoping we would hit the 75 percentile before we found another anomaly, but, you know, I'll take it. It's probably because I'm not getting all these little bitty fish. Alright. exploring, you know, trying to round corners as quickly as possible. Alright, a sea bass and a tang. We found a dory fish. I wonder if there are achievements for, like, hanging out with certain fish, or, what is it, companioning with certain fish. Like, if I hung out with a... like, if I hung out with a tang and a clownfish at the same time or something, it'd be like, finding the clownfish. That's something I would do if I was a game dev. Like, you could hang out with fish in a game, and I put both a tang and a clownfish in a game. Yeah. I would make a reference to Finding Nemo. Oh, turtle. Coco Maharaj. Or like, if you hung out with, like, 4 different turtles or whatever. Something, you know, like just little silly things like that. And I imagine that the game does have a little bit of that in it, if nothing else. But I don't know for sure that it does, is the thing. Alright, cruiser model. Okay, I guess I got credit for that fish, but we didn't actually look at it. Ooh, fish. A fan lobster and an American lobster. Nice. 52%. Hello, ribbon eel. You almost escaped my notice, because you kind of blended in with that. That's the other thing, is that everybody blends in really well, so it's kind of hard to see them, to be able to scan them. Oh, I already scanned you. That's a fish. And there was a lobster there that I didn't even notice. No, I haven't scanned you. Hello, you. Alright. A bow-mouth guitarfish. A group of yellow-striped butterfish. I thought it was going to be butterfly fish, but it's butterfish. And a shirk. Hello, shirk. A blotched fantail ray. Hello, mister. Oh, bicolor parrotfish red. Because those guys are rare. I guess I can't really sprint around if I'm actually trying to find all the little guys, but like, I move so slowly otherwise. And I guess you're supposed to, because it's like, oh, you won't disturb the reef if you go more slowly, blah, blah, blah. But there's no reef down here. It's all, well, there's some reef. But there's not enough reef. Wait. Oh, you know what? I did not even notice that there were orange circles on the map. They are only in places that we've explored before, which is an interesting touch. But now it'll tell us where we might find these creatures. And we've unlocked this area, but now there's a UML somewhere, or an anomaly around here somewhere. Nope. Okay. Here, maybe? There's like a whole entire reef up here. Up here? I'm not trying to wait until we... There we go. I was gonna say, I'm not trying to wait until we get the buzzing because there's so many fish up here. So. Hello. Oh, I've scanned him before. Wait a minute, you look funky. I have not scanned that before. He's a fat greenling. Okay. Rude. Okay, lobster. No, not a lobster. A white spotted congal. That sounds like an insult. Like, I don't know, like it's a like yellow-bellied something. Like, white spotted congal sounds like an insult. A lot of animal names sound like insults, actually. They don't really make a lot of sense. Barramundi. Somebody just decided this is what it's gonna be called. Yes. Shark. Oh! The shark was the anomaly! Aw, I was just excited to see a shark. Boop, boop. 69% of creatures. Nice. Perfect. Alright. Back on the swim. Let's see. These are Japanese Spanish mackerels. And we got a large one. Very nice. There's what seems to be a second set of fish nearby. But I don't see them with my eyeballs. I only see them... Get away from me. He snuck up on me. He was like, hey. Absolutely not. 54% of the area. We're slowly starting to catch up with our scanned versus our exploration. A regular old bottlenose dolphin. Very nice. Which is kind of my fear, because if we manage to scan the whole area and we don't get to 100% of scanned fish, then where are the rest of the fish? Ooh, fish. I thought there was a... Yeah, there's like an artifact around here somewhere. Because the little yellow dot. So, keep missing it. Oh, there it is. Woohoo! Whoop. It's a figurine! Hooray! Short-tailed stingray. Okay. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether or not those circles where we're supposed to bring a fish to, if those are, like, easy to mark, because I don't think I've ever seen, like, the mark button appear when we do those. So, kind of hoping we'll, like, stumble across one and it won't be too difficult to find. And easy. Eel tail catfish. Interesting. I didn't know they could have eel tails. A tiny unicorn leather jacket. Very cool. Maybe it was a large one and I just ignored it. White whale figurine. Okay. These all look scanned. But these do not. These guys. And of course we found the anomaly, so we don't have to worry about him. Okay. There's at least these guys right here. That's the other thing, is that the fish swim through the different areas. So sometimes we'll have already scanned them, and they just won't look like we've scanned them because they're, oh, we didn't go to this area. We couldn't have possibly scanned them. But clearly we did. 55% of the area has been explored. Oh no. Hey look, albacore. That's that thing that we needed in Stardew Valley yesterday. That we did that thing we don't speak of. Yeah. Sockeye salmon. Very nice. What else? What else is around here? Oh, sorry. I didn't sleep very well last night. Hello, welcome in. I didn't sleep very well last night, and my dad was sad, and it's been a bit emotional today. How are you, Kuzu? Bloop. Bottlenose dolphin. And some kind of triggerfish that I think we already scanned. Interesting. My dad was emotional because he had to put his cat down today. So that was the whole thing. You're doing alright? You ask how I am? I am, like I said, I'm doing okay. Yeah, it was not entirely unexpected. The cat's 20 years old. Or was 20 years old. But yeah, it was a lot. Because, I mean, that cat's... I mean, I haven't lived with my dad for a while now, but the cat's been, you know, a part of my life since I was younger, so... Yeah. It's just, you know, and that's how it goes. we wish our animals would live longer, and unfortunately they don't yet, because science has not evolved that far. But, you know, emotional day. I knew it was coming, so I knew, because, like, I talk to my dad when I leave work every day, and so I knew, like, what the conversation was going to be when I got on the phone with him. But it was still sad to hear, you know? Who wants to hear their dad get sad and emotional? Apollo, the Mola Mola. But yeah. So we're just gonna have ourselves a nice little relaxing stream. Just gonna, you know, kind of hang out, look at fish. Seems like a fun time. Fish are pretty cool. So, but yeah. I was debating taking the night off and just watching anime or just kind of hanging on the phone with my dad, but I realized that my dad probably wanted to take his mind off of it and probably would prefer to, like, play his video games and things like that, so I get it. A student robe. That looks like something from Harry Potter. So, apparently somebody threw their robes in the water. I mean, that's one way to make a statement, I guess. I don't know what statement, but something. Skinny dipping, maybe? 71% of all creatures. Heck yeah. Nice. Alright. Oh, there's an anomaly nearby. No time for anomalies. I'm trying to scan fish. I'm just trying to scan regular fish. I'm not trying to scan anomalies yet. That's probably the dolphin making that noise. Oh yeah, it is. But like, I like to think that it was the barracuda making that noise as I got close to it. It was just like, ee. It's not you guys, is it? No, okay. My nose is so itchy. We're gonna head south to avoid the hole with the anomalies in it. For now. And then we'll come back for it. Because I don't want to swim straight into the hole. I'd like to get, like, the surrounding areas. Really? I missed one fish out of all that. Hello, little dude. Because, like, I've got this whole area down here before I swim into a deep, dark hole. I got fish to find. Like this one little guy, hanging out by himself. Clown triggerfish. Okay. Ah, there it is. Let's say I saw the yellow. Where'd it go? A Jack-in-the-Box. I'm glad that the artifacts aren't bigger, because that would have absolutely been a way for the game devs to jump scare us with things like that. A siphon. Oh, somebody got fed up with their fancy coffee, I guess. I gotta wonder how some of this stuff ended up in the ocean. Like, I'm sure part of it is like a message about like littering and things like that. But also, some of this stuff shouldn't be in the ocean. Like, why in the world would there be a siphon in the ocean? That doesn't make any sense. But it is a thing, so there are weird things to find. And there's like figurines and things like that. So I have to wonder, like, did a shipment of them like get lost? Like, did somebody like toss one overboard, or did it fall overboard? Somebody on a cruise ship and they were drinking and they like lost their balance and knocked something into the ocean. Like, how did these things happen? Ooh, a little betta fish. Very cool. I know, we hadn't gotten very far, and here I am trying to reconcile the map. But I forgot that it did that, so I was trying to figure out where I was when we first started, and it ended up that we had explored a huge area without actually, like, opening the map. Which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Okay, some tiger pufferfish. Interesting. I don't know why my nose is, like, trying to sneeze, but not. I don't know. Sorry. I don't like to, like, sit here and mess with my nose the whole stream. So So I'm trying to get it to stop. I'd like it to stop, please. I don't want to have an itchy nose the whole stream. Itchy nose is the name of an anime character. I don't know. I was gonna say the name of a fish, but I actually don't know if that's true. Is there such a fish as an itchy nose? It's probably not itchy nose, it's probably like ichthyonose or something. But like, itchy nose. So, if anyone knows, let me know. Alright, let's see. A lot of empty area, but we are finding artifacts, which is cool. 58%. Alright, where did that artifact go? Oh, it's still this way. Oh, there it is. We were almost there. We just hadn't quite made it yet. A glass buoy. I didn't know glass buoys were a thing. I'm just gonna swim to the edge over here. Grab any fish that get close enough. A big fin reef squid. I want to know how much further I have to go. Banded hound shark. Oh. Quite a bit, actually. A bowmouth guitarfish. He's a big boy. And then we found the edge. Nice. It says there's a... Oh, there it is. It says there's an artifact. There must be an artifact. Am I finally gonna sneeze? No? Okay. Book of Biological Illustrations. What kind of biological illustrations? Are we talking like anatomy and physiology? Or... is that their fun way of saying it's porn? You never know. You never know. 59% of the area has been explored. Alright, there's an artifact around here somewhere. Here it is. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I wish I would just sneeze already. There we go. A silk hat. That's probably from the Titanic. Not really. It would probably be in terrible condition if it was from the Titanic. But to be fair, I haven't seen any of that wreckage footage. So I have no idea if they found, like, pretty silk hats. Or if it's all just, like, rotten away and ugly. A cherry trout. Ocean. Interesting. Are there other cherry trouts? Is that what it's trying to say? Elegant firefish. Ugh, my nose. I swear. We go through this like once every few weeks or so. Like I'll just have a stream where my nose is just acting up the whole time. Hologram art. Interesting. How is it working underwater? Rough skin sculpin. Okay. Okay. So we've made it to 59% of the area scanned and only 72% of fish somehow. We were doing much better before. Whee! Hey look, it's the brassy chubs again. I don't think there's any other, like, anomalies around this area, so I think it's just gonna be groups of fish and then the occasional teeny tiny random fish. Which is fine, but when I'm used to scanning big groups, it's going to make it a little harder to remember to actually take the time to scan each individual fish. I'm about to grab a pair of scissors and just cut my nose off. Then it can't itch me anymore. Alright, another cherry trout. Interesting. Where are cherry trouts from if there's like a distinction between ocean and not ocean? They must be from like a river or something. Maybe lakes? But also, if the game differentiates between ocean and not, does that mean that we're gonna swim somewhere that's not an ocean? That seems like an odd thing to do. Cuttlefish, scraper, humpheads, all kinds of stuff. I do get to see a lot of really cool looking fish in this game, which I love quite a lot. 73%, very nice. But I gotta wonder, like, are these all legitimate? Like, are there just random variations of fish? I mean, obviously things like Thanatos aren't gonna be real, necessarily. They're gonna be more like legends and stuff. But, like this has to be a real fish. I've never seen one, but that has to be a real fish. So, I always wonder about that. Barracudas, the little spine fish. I forgot what they were called. I just remember there was spine in the name. Orange spine unicorn fish. Oh. Instead of calling them spine fish, I should have called them unicorn fish. Okay. Also, I'm going up and down. I should have started with the up, I think. Oops, I got turned around. I don't quite want to go that way yet, so we're gonna swim back down here. Focus on the bottom. But it gives us a place to try to head back to. Ooh. 76,000. Ooh. Lucky draw. Very cool. I don't know what those mean. When it gives me the lucky draws, I have no idea what those mean. I just know that we've got to 76% of the entire ocean scanned. Well, no, this section of the ocean. Which has a surprising array of creatures. I would have thought there would be less variety, if I'm honest. I guess technically the ocean doesn't have just like one kind of fish living in one area and one kind of fish living in another area. That would be silly. But like, it seems like we've seen over 100 different types of fish just in this one instance of the ocean alone. So, how does that work? Also, a regular orca is 150. You think you're just as good as Thanatos? Okay. I did notice that it is partially size-based, because the teeny tiny fish are like 1 and 2. So, it's not rarity in its entirety. It's also size-based, so I'll remember that. Hydrate. I don't think that'll help my nose, but okay. I look dehydrated? Thanks. I'm not dehydrated, I'm just sniffly. I probably would be dehydrated if I was underwater for 12 days. (62% of the area. Whee! Fish. Wow, found a little fish. Some of these guys, and those guys, and them guys. Hang on up there, I'm busy. 75% of creatures! Woohoo! To be fair, we started at a higher amount. Oh. Hello?
Black Harbinger. A jet black humpback whale, feared as a deity of death and reincarnation.
Well,
It is said to have lived more than 100 years, all
guess
the
we're
while
dying.
singing its mournful song, a requiem guiding souls to eternal rest. Local fishermen believe that one look at this creature will condemn them to death. If they encounter it, they burn all their fishing gear to expel the evil spirits.
guess we gotta burn all our fishing gear. We just met the Harbinger of Death on our, fun deep sea dive. That's, creepy. Nice. Fish. Ah, worried I wasn't gonna get him. There's a lot of little tiny fish on this thing. They're like in. Hey, like here's some. 77%. We went to 66, then to 77. Or 76, then to 77. Back to back. Would have been a really good feed if we'd gone from 67 to 77, but that's just not what happened. I think we did. Oh, hello. I think we did start the game at 60% though. Spreader of Knowledge. Travel magazine. Oh, interesting. Yeah, kind of. That would be a spreader of knowledge, I suppose. Alright. Just him then. Oh, small guy. Nice. Alright, you and some of you. Wow. 78, 70 or 63% of the area. I was gonna say 79, but it wasn't 79. But I did find a snow crab. That's pretty cool. Bloop, 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 bloop. And all these guys are pretty much the same once again, because I was trying to get them as I swam towards them. 70. That's a different call than we heard before. Maybe that was his call. And the one before was somebody else. No idea. I just know that we haven't looked up above where we're swimming. There could be all manner of stuff above our heads that we're not paying attention to. Oh. Like that. Y'all, the Harbinger of Death is following us around. Should I be worried? Like radio into HQ. HQ? Yeah. There is a giant whale known as the Harbinger of Death. Can't come into work today. How would you even begin to call in? You can't call in sick. I mean, you're not really sick, but like... Call in cursed? I don't know. I could take a half day. Wow. Right? I mean, we've been underwater for 12 days. What's another half a day? That's what my boss is gonna say. I mean, you've already been down there this long. Or it'll be one of those where it's like, well, there's no one to really cover your shift, so... Yeah, no, sorry. Huh, really thought there were gonna be fish over here. Kinda surprised there wasn't. I guess we would have kind of seen them when we came through here earlier, but like... Really thought there'd be fish there. Fish up here. Hey y'all, what's up? Japanese flying fish. They do look like they could take off at any moment. I'll give them that. 80% of creatures scanned! Woohoo! And that doesn't even include the new anomalies. So, we're doing really good. New record for a large creature recorded. I'm not sure why it cuts off like that. Because this is the edge of the game window. Like there's no other information on my Twitch screen, much less anything else. So I don't know if I have it like zoomed in or what, but it just kind of exists that way, I guess. Hello, Great Hammerhead. Even he is less points than that orca. Terrible. Orca thinks he's better than a shark. Why are you following me? Y'all, he's been following me for a while. Don't love that. I'm kind of surprised there's nothing like special for finding those kind of guys. Like, we don't get a point for finding, or like extra points for finding like Thanatos or the Harbinger or any of the others, Apollo. In fact, I'm not entirely sure that those creatures aren't like multipled. Because we've seen Thanatos in like 4 different areas of this map. So, I don't know, I'm just saying. Alright, let's see. What do we got? More area to explore. And also, this guy. A marlin. Very nice. Whoa! Almost missed all these fish. I really just scroll through them to see if there's any like large or small ones, because I think it gives us more points for getting them, but I actually don't know. Alright, 82%. I think if we hit 100 and there is still fish to scan, or there are still fish to scan, I should say, I'm absolutely going to continue the process of scanning fish. Because 1, that's kind of the whole point. 2, we need like 8,000 for the next story piece. And 3, I want to see what happens if you get over 100%. Probably nothing, but it'd be cool if you got like extra points per every like 10% or something. Or 2%. Or 1%. Like 101 nets you like an extra 100 points or something. That'd be neat. I mean, you are going above 100 after all. Alright, we got those guys. Did not get this guy. He's a sleeper ray. Oh, he's very cute. I gotta say, some of these fish are kind of cute. So, I mean, what do you expect me to say? That they're not cute? Lies. But they're so tiny. They're so hard to see. Ah, look at all that. Nice. Okay. Let's go down this way. Oh, I didn't get those guys. My bad. A large and a small. And I guess technically there's also a medium, so that's all the McDonald's sizes. Could I have picked a totally different fast food chain to mention at this moment? Probably. Did I think of any other in the moment? Absolutely not. And now I've thought of several because, you know, just the nature of my brain is now thinking of all the fast food places I know. That's how it goes. Alright. A pebble. That doesn't seem like it would be noteworthy, so why did we get excited over a pebble? 65% of the area. Really? That's only 65%? It feels like we've explored a lot more. I mean, I guess there are some pretty big, like, gaps, but, like, I don't know. Seems like we've explored a lot. Ooh, spiny lobster. Gross. Alright, let's go up here. There's fish kind of like in the water, but not like obviously in the water. 83%. I would also think that like the percentage of fish... Hello, Suo. I would think the percentage of fish would be based on how many fish are in the ocean area, but maybe it's not. Maybe there's just like a number that hits like the 100% mark. How half can I go? Okay, this is the surface, so everything underneath here is the stuff we need. So this whole area, this guy, yes. Several other fish that we didn't get the first time because we didn't slow down far enough. Ugh, my nose. The only thing I can think of is that, because it was like super rainy and then it was a lot drier, like maybe that's why my sinuses are going a little nutso, but, it just is. 84%. Very nice. Very, very nice. Red sea green. Blackfin barracuda. And this dang dolphin that keeps following us. We became companions with him in a different life, and yet he follows us in this life. You're sleepy. Why are you so sleepy? Did you just wake up, Duo? Are you needing a nap? I also need a nap. I probably needed several naps today. You didn't sleep? Oh no! I'm sorry. You just couldn't fall asleep, or did something keep you up? Oh, you did sleep. No. I'm so confused. None. Zero sleep. That's not good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that is happening to you, because not being able to sleep is the worst. Probably one of the most annoying feelings. I slept, but meant no to your other questions. Oh. Ow. Sorry, you're confusing me, because I'm too fast. Yeah, I am very, very fast when I speak. I apologize. And I did kind of rapid fire some questions at you. Apologize for that too. Hey look, sharks! And another Thanatos! What's up, guys? Where is this trinket? A trinket! Hello, trinket. Yeah. Sorry that you're sleepy. That is one of the worst feelings. I hate being sleepy. I myself am sleepy in the sense that, like, I didn't sleep too well last night, but I'll be okay. Like, I'm not, like, dead tired. But it was a long day, you know? Did I just miss, like, several fish? Yes. How am I supposed to get 100% if I keep ignoring fish? No clue. I need it to be day again so I can see. Any fish? I think it's because I'm usually nowadays sleep all day, stay up all day, it's all night. But I'm trying to stay up because I'm trying to get a summer job soon and my brain is being fuzzy. That's fair. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Trying to shift your sleep schedule tends to make your brain extra fuzzy, in my experience. Anytime that I've ever gone from like day shift to night shift back to day shift, my brain is just a bowl of applesauce. That's all it will do. It won't even compute small sentence. It only computes nothing. I did go out last weekend with some friends, and of course we were drinking. And we ended up staying up from like up until like 6 a.m. But I had been up since like 8:30 that morning because it was a Saturday. So I let myself sleep in. And so I had been up for nearly 24 hours. And then I slept maybe about 4 hours. So I was exhausted last Sunday. I was very sleepy. So when I went to work on Monday, of course, my brain was just like, we're still recovering. No. And I'm like, brain, please, I need you to function. It's like, no. No about that. Sorry. It was funny because, like, it was fully prepared to, like, oh, I'm gonna get drunk and then I'm gonna be a little hungover Saturday, no big deal. I was not prepared to still be tired on Monday. That part I was not expecting. So. And like, I wasn't like, oh, I just didn't sleep last night kind of tired. I was like, I feel like I haven't slept in 2 days, even though I 1000% did. But, you know, I made it through the day. We had a good time playing Duck Detective. That was a good game. It was shorter than I thought it would be, but it was a good time. I'm glad we got to play it. 68% of the area. Bum, bum, bum. So somewhere in the next 30% of the area is my other, like, 19% of fish. 15% of fish. That's good, though. Yeah, it was a good game. New record for a large fish. Nice. Alright, we got those guys. I don't see any guys up this ridge, so we're just gonna stick on this next level. And we'll go up there, where the other stuff seems to be, in a minute. I'm trying to catch any fish down here, because it looks like we've been to this area before, we just may not have caught all the fish. Or, sorry, scanned all the fish. So. Plus, we still have to go scan the anomalies and try to summon a second UML. Or maybe a third. No, I think it's a second to this area, but a third overall to our dives that we did last game. So, a second UML. That's what I'm going with. Final answer. If I go back much higher, is there going to be like a bunch of fish that I missed on like the higher levels, or are they all super down low? Akaza? What's an Akaza? Looks like a teeny tiny catfish with like extra whiskers. Have you tried any new games lately, Suo? Or anybody, for that matter? Anybody play anything new lately? Because there's a lot of really good games out there, and even more coming up, so trying to get through some good ones. You've been sucked into WoW again lately. Oh no! That was a 7-branch sword. It's not an Ace Attorney reference, but it could be. Could be. There's a 7-branch sword in Ace Attorney. But we haven't gotten to that spot yet, so spoilers, I guess. I am debating going ahead and starting the next Ace Attorney game for our next Mystery Monday. But like, I don't know. Because I didn't finish the cosplay, and that was like my self-limiting factor. That's what kept me from playing it just back to back with the other ones. So. Now that's a game I'll get sucked into. If we start up Ace Attorney for Mystery Mondays, I'm not going to want to play anything else all week. So, I gotta be careful. Alright, we've definitely been in here before. So this isn't where we need to go. For now. Let's see. We cleared out that whole area. And there's only 69% of things explored. Nice. We need 14% more. We've got a little bit under 40%, or under 30%, or a little bit over 30%, that we can still explore. So we gotta be missing some fish somewhere. There's gotta be just like a couple of big reefs or something that are just not scanned. Or like maybe these little nooks and crannies or something. Yeah, there's no way there's fish over here. Because if we get into too many of the nooks and crannies, I mean, that'll be great for our exploration, but not necessarily great for our overall fish count. Because there's some spots that are just not inhabited by fish. Just absolutely not. And we have to find those areas and avoid them. Alright, let's head this way. Go down here. Because there's like a patch of just nothing right here. And then we'll go hang out with these creatures. Let's make sure we've got everything along this little ridge here. I have a feeling we don't. Oh, see, there's a couple. You should say specific classic hardcore WoW. What's the difference? I don't actually know. Oh, we found the fourth one. Nice. What's the difference between WoW and classic hardcore WoW? I thought there was just one World of Warcraft. I don't understand. Explain. Even though you're probably in the middle of playing and therefore won't want to explain it to me. I'd like to know. Does it just like make it harder to do quests and levels and stuff, or is normal WoW considered easy mode? Like I'm very confused. It has been a very long time since I even thought about World of Warcraft, much less played it. So the difference between classic and regular WoW is that classic is like, I don't know. No. So what you're telling me is you don't know what the difference is between this and classic. Okay. Interesting. Is it like limited? Is it like regular WoW, just harder to play? Different graphics and different style. Different graphics? How is that possible? You have a whole different design team for basically the same game? That seems silly. I think I've got all these guys. I don't think I've scanned all these guys, unfortunately. I'm running out of places that I haven't scanned. Some tuna. Alright, so somewhere in here is the anomaly. Probably amongst these fish right here. Scan everybody. No, it's not. Oh. Do I need to go more in? There we go. It was this tiny guy. Hardcore means if your character dies, then they are dead. Can't be revived for any reason. What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's basically the Nuzlocke of World of Warcraft. Like, if you die in the game, you just can never play that character again? That doesn't seem fair. I mean, I guess that's what you sign up for, knowingly, but also, that doesn't seem very fair or fun. I don't think I'd have fun with that. Wait, how is this whole area unexplored? We've for sure like scanned this stuff, so how? Maybe we haven't. Maybe there's areas we haven't scanned. 70% of the area has been explored, but 70 or 90% of creatures have not been scanned, even though we just got a big old cloud. You can play the character again, but it has to be on the normal classic servers and not the hardcore servers. Okay. I don't understand that one singular bit. You have completely confused me, and here is a whale shark. Here you go. Have a whale shark. He's very cute, and also green. And we love him. That was my response to your confusing statements. You have issued something that is incompatible with my brain, therefore, whale shark. You confused me, here's a whale shark in retaliation. Exactly. At least he makes sense. Because, okay. So there's WoW, but also there's not WoW. And there's a hard WoW that if you die, you stay dead. And both of them are also not the WoW that's like the main WoW that everybody's used to. And that's as far as I am understanding you right now. And that sounds very confusing. So, you know, whale shark. And also Thanatos, hey buddy. How you doing? I just like to look at him sometimes. He's real creepy and a little bit horrifying, but I just like to look at him sometimes. Alright. Have I been down here? It says I've been down here. But like, have I been down here? I mean, I must have been down here. I've scanned these guys, but... Okay. There's a big missing chunk on my map, and it doesn't look like it's explorable. So I'm trying to, like, explore it. Because there's, like, this big section that I can't explore. Oh no, I got stuck. What's that one? 187 hours or something? Gonna chew off our own arm in the water. That's dangerous. Okay. I think I've gotten most of this kind of area. So I'm assuming most of our missing fish are either in this unexplored area or in the spots where the anomalies have appeared. So we'll have to figure that out as we go. Kind of surprised though. Like it looks like there's like a whole unexplored ring around this area. Alright, let's follow it the other way because the other way leads to anomalies. And that's kind of what we're after, is the anomalies. Like, not just the fact that we'd like to get 100% of the fish scanned and 100% of the area explored, but also I'd like to see another anomaly here. So, that's what we're after. Let's get it. Let's do this thing. Okay. That looked like a face and freaked me out. But I didn't say anything when it happened. I didn't want y'all to be scared too. Ooh, some unscanned fish. Oh, unscanned fish. How did you get here? Where did you come from? I like that I talk to the fish as if they're gonna answer me. It's a real context clues of me. Okay, there's unscanned fish over here, for sure. Probably this little guy. No, not this little guy. Okay. That guy? Somewhere in here, probably. Hooray! Number 6. But they had all been scanned before, so... we didn't quite get any new fish from that. That's okay. There's a couple of these type of guys along the ground that we probably missed because we were kind of... I think we were swimming at a higher level the first time we came through here. So... because last time we played, we were just looking to get the anomaly fish. Just like the bare bones basics. And yet we managed to explore like a huge chunk and scan a huge chunk of the fish. Just by trying to get the basic anomalies out of the way. Which is kind of interesting. Let's see. Alright, some unscanned fish over here, for sure. Alright, large and small. Some damselfish, blah blah. Still at 87% though. Alright, scan, scan, scan. Alright, one of those thingies. What does it say? Return here while swimming aside a great and wise turtle. Okay. So we have to find a turtle that we're able to swim next to and bring him back there. I don't see any turtles anywhere close to here, but I guess that's part of the whole thing, is trying to find the creature it's talking about. Let's see. I guess we'll head towards this anomaly next, even though I was absolutely heading for a different one when I set off in this sort of direction. Oops. Okay, there's like an artifact around here somewhere, I think. Where'd it go? Okay. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, there shouldn't be any hidden artifacts, so where is it? Setting Sun, the Horizon Coin. Very cool. Where is this thing? Oh, it's on the complete other side of this thing. Would have been helpful to know. Probably did know that. Probably just didn't realize. It didn't dawn on me, kind of thing. Okay, I thought they were unscanned fish, but they were just like blue. 88%. Nice. I scanned this whole area because I was trying to scan the anomaly, and he wasn't there. So I just scanned a bunch more. There he is. A Moorish idol. Very cool. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember where the original anomaly fish were. So it's entirely possible that these are the same anomaly fish, and I'm just rediscovering them. I don't think that they are, but some of them could be. Because we're going to areas that we technically haven't explored. So I'm thinking that some of them are probably like brand new fish that we've never scanned before. Which is pretty cool. Alright, so there's one to the southeast of us, so like more towards my face. And then there's one way over there in like A1, A0. So J3 or A1A0. I guess we're closer to J3, so let's head in a backwardly direction. We'll practice our dolphin kicking along the way. There's also... Huh. Okay. Apparently I've never gone over here. This must be where the other 12% of fish are. Made it to 89 and found an elephant nose fish. He sure does. And this is apparently where our anomaly is, somewhere around here. Alright, found some of these guys. Very cool. Somehow, some way, our anomaly is like up against this wall. I'm not sure how that works. I'm guessing there's like an underwater area that we were in before that is responsible for us thinking we've been through this area, because the map isn't like super blocked off. But I'm gonna explore this level here to see if we can find some more fish. Oh, no, they're on the other side. JK. Blackhead sea breams. Okay. He's still not easily found, so I'm gonna assume my first assumption was right. And he is actually on the other side. Or like on underside. Alright. Another thingy. Bronze Mirror of Yamatal. I already found it. Wow, there's all kinds of fish back here. What the heck? Where did you guys all come from? Blue Discus. Alright, that's probably the end of our side ocean explorations over here. Very cool. If I had to pick one goal, seeing a UML versus getting to 100%, I would definitely say that our goal is 100%, so I'm not gonna fret too much if we can't find this fish. I'd like to find him, because I think that will help us with our 100%ing, but again, I'm not gonna cry if we don't. 73% of the area has been explored. And we've got almost 90% of fish. That's actually really cool. We've been doing really well. Very nice. Okay. I was gonna say, this ledge right here was not explored. So I thought maybe there was like a little like reef or something right there that would have some fish in it, but no, I guess not. All right, back this way some more, and then we'll have to find our way under there to be able to get to that guy, except I don't remember how to get in there. I know there's a way, I just don't remember what it is. Maybe it was back at those little cave mouths, or maybe it's in here. Let's try in here first. This also says there is a treasure at the bottom of this. Does that mean I've never gone down here? How can I have never gone down here? Broken Nanil boat coin. Have I never been down here? Seems strange. Oh, maybe I ventured off into this cave. Or no, maybe I've literally never been down here. Okay. Maybe this is where the other 10% of fish are hiding. Is it just one of the mini entrances in here? Oh, okay. So this is just one of the mini entrances into this area, so that's cool. I'm okay with that. It still leaves us with like plenty of unexplored areas, so there's quite possibly a bunch of unscanned fish, but also just as likely to be no unscanned fish. Because I want to say that we did really well at scanning when we were in here after the UML. At least I think this is where the UML was. I feel like he was in here. He might have been on the other side, but I feel like he was in here. I don't remember. Wasn't he like some sort of slug or something? I should recall, but I literally don't. I'm so sorry to him, and him alone. Okay. Not what I was going for, but not the worst. Alright, let's head this way. And then... a single unscanned fish. Fantastic. And then it looks like it's this way, maybe? Oh, I got something. Okay, I've definitely been in here before. Alright, so he's just gonna be one of these guys. No worries. We got him. Alright, so we had scanned him before. We just forgot where he was. That's the best way I can put that. He just wasn't in a place that we could easily find him, so that's okay. Alright, so this is a map of like the under area, which still shows us like all the unexplored places, but it's a little bit easier to see. There's definitely big swatches that we could cut through that will hopefully have more fish in them than this did. Because this, so far, has had exactly one fish that we never scanned. Which, I mean, fair, but also, I'm trying to get 11 more fish, or 11% more fish. One fish is not gonna cut it. Would make the total number of fish very small if it did. So. Alright. I should have headed out the top, but I didn't, so we're just gonna dolphin kick our way around. It'll be fine. I think I called it butterfly kick earlier. It's definitely a dolphin kick. Whee! Look at us, so fast. Just zipping through the ocean. Whee! We have one more to find, and we've got 11% more of fish to scan. So if we find big sections of area that are not done, then I'll probably like stop and explore them a little bit. But for the most part, we're just heading for where the next thing is. So. Haven't really seen any blue. Found plenty of spots to swish around in, which is cool, I guess. Huh. Are you guys, like, just dark like that? Yeah, no, they're just dark. Okay. 90%! Ooh, achievement unlocked. All-seeing. That's probably for getting 90%. And then I want to get 100% because it seems like that would be the best outcome. Which means I'm gonna have to find all these little bitty guys that are hiding in these little nooks and crannies. It'd be easier if it was sunnier, but I'll take what I can get. Kind of wondering if there's like an underground near here, because there's a big area that's just not explorable. Which usually means there's like an underground section, or at least it has in this map so far. But I don't know where it would have started. Alright, let's go back this way. Okay. Straight up, run into nothingness. Okay. I'm trying to follow the areas I can't go to, because those usually lead me to areas I can, which should hopefully lead me to unscanned fish. Alright, there's also an artifact around here somewhere, which means that I just didn't look at it. Oh, there it is. A travel magazine. We already found one of those. It told us that that made us like an information person or something. Alright, scanned those before. 75% of the area has been explored. I am aware that unfortunately we will probably have to go through all of these little spots that I've skipped. That's gonna be a little tedious, but I think we can handle it. Alright, let's see. Swim this way. Okay, a couple of those were unscanned fish. Oops. I unscanned them. Open. Nice. Alright, scanned them again. This doesn't look like there's gonna be fish back here. But, you know what? I'm wrong. I was gonna say, but you know what? I'll try anyway. And then I was wrong, so it worked out. There's a couple that are... Something went off. I don't know what it was. Oh, this thing. Because we've been back here. Of course. Well, the singing sacred beast. Alright. What would it take to swim around with one of the UMLs? I bet that's like an end goal thing. Like at the end of the game, you can swim around with UML. pretty cool. I'm just scanning everything. All right, there's number 9. Hooray! We did manage to find the mission, which took 80 minutes. Jeez. Long before we found 100%
All targets
fish.
have been scanned and the mission is complete. Well done.
Well done. Yay, we found all the anomalies.
Transmission from HQ. Biometrics consistent with Amamatsumi detected in the area.
Amamatsumi.
Sending drone footage.
Hooray! We get to see him a second time. The first time that we found an anomaly, we ended up doing it again so that we could try to see, like, oh, would it give us a different one? Or the first time we found the UML, I should say.
I have confirmed that the
But
seaweed
instead,
appears where Amamatsumi
it sees...
Let's take a closer look.
Seems to be the same, again. There do seem to be unscanned fish in the area, though. That's kind of cool.
This is classified as a plant.
Yes.
As such, it would fall under the category of seaweed.
Or maybe they're not unscanned. Maybe they're just blue. Okay, can I see Amamatsumi and make sure he looks the same? Because he was pretty cute for a sea slug.
Amamatsumi was behind the rock and has come out.
Let's take a closer look. There he is. Okay, do I get to actually see him? Or do I just get to see his leaves and stuff?
From here, we can see the
There
head
he
of the
is.
species. No particular changes have been observed.
No changes.
Please proceed
He's
to
the same.
location and scan the subject so headquarters.
Yeah. No changes have occurred, so I'm not super worried about it. If there had been changes, then we would swim there, but there's been no changes, so we're going to continue on our goal of trying to get 100% of fish. Ooh, we haven't scanned this area, because we haven't been here. Wow. Very nice, okay. 91%. Alright, 9 more percent. There's not 9 more percent worth of map. Actually, there is. There's, like 25%. But, where could these other 9% of fish be hiding? Based on our ratios so far, there's no way that they're hiding anywhere particular. We're just really bad at finding them. Alright. 76% of the area. Still the same amount of fish. I bet you what it is that there's been some really small fish that we just haven't scanned. And like that's gonna be our downfall kind of thing. Alright, can't go that way. That's a no diving zone. No scuba zone. Do we just not get to go in some areas? Or... I thought everywhere was explorable, technically. Okay. We found a couple of light, so that's cool. Alright, a couple more. Very cool. I did unscan them, so hopefully it doesn't count against me. Alright, got that area. So we're gonna have this music playing until we go and scan Amamatsumi. But I think that's okay. I think we'll be alright. We'll get over to him eventually. I was just kind of hoping that we would find more fish to scan while we were making our way there, but maybe not. Okay, there's big swatches over here. There's still a big area near where he is that's kind of unscanned, so it's possible that there are fish around him that are unscanned, but I don't see that as super duper likely. Only because we went back to the area and there wasn't very much to scan. Or at least nothing we found. You know, it could be just a matter of finding little bitty guys like this. Which, if that's the case, ugh, I am not gonna get 100% anytime soon. It's kinda sad. I hate that for me. 91%. 77 has been explored, so... You're a fish. Porcupine fish. I thought it was a puffer fish. Apparently it was a porcupine fish. Interesting. Oops. Fat greenling. Large. He sure was large. Especially for a fat greenling. A little bit weird. He was extra fat. Fat with a PH, maybe. Okay. Still no areas where there would be, like, 9% of fish, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing, is even though we've got another 23% of the map unexplored, there's not really a good area where you'd find, like, 9% of all fish, you know what I mean? So, kind of wondering, like, did we miss a bunch of schools of fish? Did we miss a bunch of, like, little bitty fish? What did I miss? Like, obviously I missed that. I didn't even know there was a fish there. I was just scanning a rock, but... Okay. Apparently that's a thing. There could be invisible fish in the sky. Or at least in the ocean. Less than ideal, but not the end of the world. Alright, Thanatos. I know, you just want to hang out with us, but we don't have enough power to hang out with you yet, buddy. We're trying. That's why I'm trying to get 100%. Ooh, this guy. We've never scanned one before. Short-bill spearfish. Urban eel, American lobster. Very nice. That's it. Nope. Big fin reef squid. Okay. I'm trying to find these little spots to see if there's any that are just like... Oops. I did not mean to unscan them. We don't seem to get light a second time though, so maybe I don't have to fully look at them. I don't really want to take the risk, but like, I wonder if I don't have to look at them. Okay. Lots of little fish that we're discovering as we swim back over areas we've swam through at least once. I don't love that for us. I am trying to head back towards the big deep dark circle just because maybe we'll find some fish we haven't seen before. I don't remember where the entrance to this thing was though. That's the only thing. And I don't know if there are fish along the sides of it. I was like, this is definitely a spot where there should not be unexplored land, but there is, because we can't technically get on here. Oh wait, we can. Just kidding. Maybe that's why there's unexplored land, because I was supposed to explore it and never did. Oops. Butterfly fish, okay. And here's the little lip that gets us over. Yay! I'm almost positive that we've explored that whole area. I'm not positive that we've explored this whole outside, but I'm trying to do a mix of both just in case there's like little fish along it that we somehow missed. And now the sun's coming up, so it'll be easier to see. Great, fish I've gotten before. How about the other side? Because I think this is where we actually swam over when we went in there, but I'm not sure. Because I feel like if we explore these areas that are like unexplored, then we have a better chance of finding fish we haven't scanned yet. So, we got all those. Apparently there's an artifact I haven't scanned yet. Maybe it's on the other side. Okay. What in the heck is going on? Oh, there it is. That was a little weird. A watering can! Wow. All that for a watering can. Some of these crops aren't getting grown the next day. Alright. We found a group of rainbow trout. Is that what we were missing? Doubt it. I mean, we had these big swatches of fish early on in the game. And I don't know if it helped us or hurt us, because I feel like we got them all, but then there's like the occasionally odd fish like that we definitely didn't. So, is that the issue? Is that why we don't have 100%? It's because we missed a bunch of little tiny fish? Like, here's a porcupine I didn't scan. Did I miss a bunch of fish down here? I mean, I found areas I haven't explored. I would assume that's what that means, but shoot, I don't know. I feel like we did a pretty okay job of scanning through here before, and yet I keep finding fish that I missed. Like little bitty tiny ones. So we've only just now hit 92%. Terrible. Alright, so I have a feeling that getting the last 8% is gonna be like pulling teeth. Because we're gonna find little teeny tiny fish like that, and that's gonna be our missing 8%. I'm hoping I find just another big area with a bunch of fish in it, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. We managed to get 170,000 light points? I don't know what they are. I also don't know what those things are, so I don't know, do I do something with them? Can I do something with them? They just sit there next to my number? Like what happens there? And there's definitely a couple of fish that, like, we didn't get because we didn't go to that area. But there's even more that we didn't get because we just didn't see them. Which I don't love, actually. We gotta go to all these unexplored spots to try and 100%. My stomach just made noise. That's not good. There's no way that I finish this before I am too hungry and have to stop playing. But I have to try. 100% is hard. I can see why it's an achievement. Because we fought to get to 90%. And, I mean, honestly, I would have thought, oh, we've got this in the bag, no big deal. And then, oh. Okay. It said 80% of the area, and then it said 100% of the area. So if you get to 80%, it gives you 100%? That doesn't make any sense. There's also still unexplored spaces on my map. So I guess at least it still tells me where I haven't been, in case I don't have all the fish yet. Alright, so apparently 80% equals 100%, because we got to 80% exploration, and the game was like, yeah, 100%. No? Like, it popped them up back to back. That's the weirdest part to me. Alright, we got these guys, these guys. Have I gotten those guys? Probably. I just want to win. I want to be the wiener. Alright. Can I get over 100% exploration? Or like actually 100% exploration. I know. Not that I'm gonna go over every single nook and cranny, but like, it does help to go to the places that are listed as like unexplored, because then I can scan them and see, you know, did we get the fish for that area? Is that what we're missing? Is like that little section? What is the deal? Where are all my fish? Oh, hello? Hold on. I apparently scanned an anomaly over again. Huh. I thought they stopped being anomalies when the UML came out, but I guess not. Maybe that's the next secret, is that I need to go get the UML, and then I'll make it easier to find found fish. I don't know. I wish I could freaking see them. See, like that guy. I only knew to scan because I saw a different fish. I'm not even getting light off of anybody anymore. I'm just kind of scanning the same stuff. Oh, I got light off of that guy. Just kidding. I was gonna say, I'm just randomly scanning the air and hoping that I haven't scanned those fish before. Alright, got light off of those guys. Heck yeah. Still only at 92%. I wonder if the schools of fish only count as like one fish. Because if so, scanning them only helps me a little bit instead of giving me the big advantage that I thought they did. Or it's just a matter of, oh, you've scanned so many fish because all of these schools of fish count, therefore they're only worth like 0.01%. I don't know. I guess we'll go get the UML. I mean, not like he's gonna come to us, right? Is there an area up here that I'm ignoring? Kinda. Oh, something had light in it. I don't know what it was, but it was something. But we've definitely scanned all those different sizes, so I don't know. I'm just trying to swish through and gather as many as possible. Because I have a feeling it's going to be the little tiny guys in these big groups that we've somehow missed. 93%! Yup. Somehow we didn't scan any of those guys before. Alright, this is gonna be obnoxious. That's alright. We will just do our best. Scan what we can. We'll have to come up here at some point to try to rescan the area. We probably should rescan the area that had a bunch of reefs and stuff. There's gotta be a way to like get under there maybe? Or something. Because there's no way the game just has big sections that you can't explore at all. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. I'm just kind of like swimming through and scanning every few feet. Just trying to see if we catch anything. Like, I didn't even see that guy, but apparently my scanner did. Oh, found a light somewhere. See, I wouldn't have found that guy. Man, our scanner is very useful. It actually finds things that we're unable to see. But I guess I didn't use it good enough the first time we came through here. Or the second, third, fifth, seventh. How many times have we been through here? I have no idea. Maybe not, because like some of this area is listed as unexplored, so maybe we didn't go through here. Like, maybe we got, like, the very edges and then, like, gave up or something. Because there's no way we missed this many fish. I mean, it's entirely possible that we missed this many fish, but, like, there's no way that we missed this many fish. Oh, look, there's a thing. Homeostasis. Amber. Nice. Very cool. Yes. Very, very cool. Alright, what else? A whale shark lurking on the horizon, which is probably why all these guys are hiding in the reefs. Alright. I was trying to use my dolphin kick, but that did not work. Just made me stop scanning. Alright, we've been all over this area. I feel like I've used my scanner pretty well that time. Let's go over these areas that we haven't been back to in a little bit. Because they're like reefs and stuff, so there's got to be at least something on at least a couple of them that we didn't scan. Just statistically speaking, so we're gonna just scan everything. We scanned it before? Good. Scan it again. Apparently there was something in there we hadn't scanned. Alright, those are done. Okay, that's done. Maybe this area, because this seems like a little bit of a hard to see in area. Oh, we got a couple things. Oh, 94. Very cool. 94%. Alright. Now we just need another 6% of creatures, which is probably going to take me going over areas we've been before and just re-scanning everything. Which seems very tedious and not a lot of fun, actually. But, you know, it's better to go through the areas and double check than to be trying to hunt down like 1% eventually. So, I'm hoping that I'm right and that there's just a bunch that we missed in these areas when we came through them again. But, I mean, you never know. Because, like, they're kind of all over the place. Like, some of these creatures are really hard to see. Even once they've been unlighted. Unlit? I don't know what to call that. And then, like, there's this area up here. Maybe there's some fish up here. Okay, there's not. But still, principle remains the same. You never know where these hidden fish are. Okay. I think we've gotten most of this area pretty well. Let's continue towards the UML for now. I need to go back to where those, like, that big drop-off is on the other side of the map, the big dark area over there, to try to go back through there for some more. Because there was, like, big reefs and stuff over there, which usually means, like, a bunch of fish. And it's very, very easy to miss one in a giant sea of fish. Because if I scan that, then it's like, okay, well, I've scanned this whole area, and then there might be, like, one hanging out at the bottom that I just didn't scan, and he wasn't part of the group. So, you never know. Alright, into the drop-off. Now, we do have to find an entrance, but I wanted to make sure I kind of went through here again a little bit. Some of this area was a little new for us, so I just wanted to double check. Oops. I forgot to hit B. I got something. I don't know what made that sound. Was it a thing? Like a... I don't know what it was. What made the sound? Huh. I don't know what that was. It must have been something that we discovered earlier that's just not setting off the sensor, but like, what the heck was it? I don't know, it's been a whole week since we last played. Alright, let's go hang out with our buddy, Amanamatsu. Anamanatsu? Forgot his name. He can't really be our buddy if I forgot his name. Oh no. Alright, let's find ourselves an entrance. And also, hopefully, like, more fish. Okay. It was worth a try. I wonder if there's more around here that I somehow didn't get because I just went into the cave. So, I'm trying to explore. I feel like I would have explored out here a lot, so maybe not. Like as a, hang on, I'm not going in the cave yet, kind of, not a delay tactic necessarily, but like, sort of. I feel like I would have put off going into the cave a little bit. So. Doesn't seem to be much of anything else, so in we go. Do a little quick scan from above. Nope. That did make me a little dizzy. In we go. We know the cave is somewhere up in the wall. I thought, there it goes. I was like, I thought it was going to be right ahead of us, but for some reason it just wasn't popping up when we swam down here. And I doubt there's like anybody in the cave. Like, maybe. Oh, see, there's a little tiny guy. Wouldn't have seen him. Now, when we saw the... Oh, see, there's another guy. I thought we had scanned him because I thought he was yellow because we scanned him. Oops. What about the rear guy? Oh, he's a pink stingray. Very cute. When we saw the drone of the UML, we saw fish among this, the seaweed and stuff. So I can only imagine that there must be a small group of fish that we just didn't scan. But I don't know if they hang out in the seaweed or if the seaweed was just forming around them at the time. So, well, we got something.
HQ has received your data on Amamatsumi and thanks you for the good work. Some research suggests that this species actually stimulates activity. We've also observed the seaweed changing color, seemingly in response to the creatures. We can only hope that, as for us...
Yep. Thank you. Amamatsumi. So now we found a bunch of light dots, which is cool. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for fish. Do wish it was still light outside. That would help a lot, actually. Not in real life. In real life, that wouldn't help at all. But if it was still light here, because then I could see a little bit better. And that's the other thing. When it's really dark, or like when it's nighttime, it's harder for me to see creatures whether they are lit up or not. And that may not be universal. I mean, some people may be able to see them better because they're lighter than the dark. But not for me. Have I been in this cave? No, apparently. Hello. Are you the other 6% of fish that I'm missing? You are a Parakaru, Piraruku, and Arawanas, and you kind of look the same, honestly. Stone Flounder, Lady Dorothea.
Lady Dorothea. A mutated
Dorothea,
sturgeon
sorry.
that has become the stuff of legend in some waters. It is estimated to be over 100 years old, but little else
Wow.
is known about this rarely sighted specimen. Caviar made from sturgeon eggs is widely considered a delicacy, putting this and other sturgeon species at risk of exploitation and other threats.
Interesting. 95%, so at least there was 1% in here. Cut-tailed bullhead. That sounds like an insult. So I'm hoping there's at least 2% in here, maybe more. Actually, kind of hoping there was 6% in here, but there doesn't seem to be, so. Ooh, a green Oscar. Also, how is this a freshwater sturgeon? Weren't we in the ocean? Aren't we in the ocean? Another green Oscar, and a lizard goby. Oh, a whole collection of green Oscars, and regular. Very cool. It says there's something here, but not right here. Where is it? Is it up here, maybe? Nope. Okay. Weird. It says that there is something on the other side of this that is yellow. So I'm guessing either another underwater cave or something. We'll have the answers I seek. Right, there's a couple of unscanned guys in here, but for the most part we've scanned them all. A black arowana that we've already scanned. Fantastic. Okay, a couple of guys. A pufferfish and a green one. Very cool. I like when there's two of them next to each other and one of them's just a different color. And the game kind of acts like that's like a huge deal. Which maybe it is. Maybe it's like super rare to see those in real life. So the game is like, oh, check this out. And I'm just like, that's cool, game. What else have you got for me? And the game's like, what do you mean? That was the cool thing. And then I feel bad. Oh, hello. Hydrate. Wow. That appears right on my face. I don't want that. I think this is where I put the camera because of Stardew Valley. And then I made it bigger because we were playing on the Switch. I'm gonna move myself up. That's a little better. Now it'll appear below me. Are there fish among the stalactites? No. That's a bit of a shame. I would expect at least one to be kind of like swimming around or something, but nope. There's a lagoon right here. Very strange. Cool, but strange. I guess it does say like a lake in the center of the, whatchamacallit, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, no other fish to scan. Shame. That only put us at 95 out of 100. Trying to swim around and grab these. I'm also hoping that the little balls of light that it leaves behind will help us find fish that we didn't see before, because we'll just scan stuff that's around it as we go near the balls. That's a weird sentence to say. Go near the light. That's the word I'm going to use. Oh, we found something we'd never scanned before. How is that possible? Japanese 8 barbell loach. Okay. That's a name? For sure. For sure, for sure. Alright, some stuff we've seen before. Alright, I don't see any light coming off of anything. That's a shame, but it happens. I mean, we're not really doing it to collect light, we're just doing it to scan the required percentage of fish. And somehow, some way, we are missing 5% of fish, even though we've explored the whole map. It's not a great feeling. Apparently one of those we hadn't scanned, so we got light from something. Or maybe we just didn't scroll through last time. We got light off of something. Part of the problem is I don't know if I'm getting light off of a fish or off of the ground. Because it also zips at me. So I don't know. It's gotta be off of the fish, though. Because, like, I hadn't grabbed this. So clearly, I didn't really go through here. Treasure enthusiast. Nice. Yellow dragon ring. Does that mean, like, you scanned a certain number of treasures in a dive? Maybe, like, all the treasures in a dive? Cool. There. Well, at least if I'm grabbing those, I can feel like I'm getting, some light off these fish. So sad. New records, new records, new records. Records, records, records. Very cool, I guess. Oh, haven't scanned that before. Those are Japanese bitterlings and an AU sweetfish. Nice. So we have found a couple things that we hadn't scanned before. But not enough to make a huge dent. Oh, just kidding. We made it to 96. Very cool. There's gotta be a lot more of just like little bitty guys that we didn't get before. That's gotta be what it is there's just a bunch of little guys and they're just all hanging around in like the little nooks and crannies of the ocean. Because that's the kind of game that this is it's like a completionist game. And so of course there's gonna be like hidden tiny fish and reefs to go through and all that kind of stuff. So, because of course there's going to be the bigger guys that are easier to scan and easier to see, but there's also going to be the little tiny guys that you have to really look for, or that are hanging out by themselves like this guy for some reason. That one just has a light ball on his head, and apparently he was also full of light. So it worked. I wish that the light balls being on the ocean floor caused the other fish to like go near them or something. Because I don't actually know if that's a thing. It would be cool, like if they gravitated towards the light because they also had light or something. It would definitely make it easier to find them, but like, I'm not saying like, oh, if they're nowhere near light, they go find some light. No, like if they just kind of gravitated towards it because they both had light on them, so that like when you went near the light, you could scan and you might find a fish you hadn't found before. Because I imagine that fish in the actual ocean would drift towards a light naturally, so I don't know. It's a small change that I think would have been interesting. But of course it would mean an overhaul of like the AI in the game, I'm sure. So would have been a lot more work on the devs, unfortunately.
Transmission from H. However, faint signs continue.
No worries, Sarah. Alright, cool. So we are perfectly able to find another UML. There was something unknown. Whoa! It's a lizard man!
Acanthostiga. This
Sorry,
amphibian lived during the
Acanthostiga.
late Devonian
He looks like he's
period,
about to be eaten
and
by
the
that
8
piranha.
toes on its forelimbs and hind limbs suggest that it was terrestrial. However, the shape of its tail fin and the fact that it possessed gills suggest a more aquatic life, perhaps even a demersal one. It was generally smaller than Ichthyostiga, which lived at the same time.
Cool. So he is a little guy. He's just a little guy. That's all I took away from that. That he was a little guy. Let's see. Oh, hello. Little tiny group of fish that I didn't scan before. Good to see you. Alright, so this was an area that we went to before, and yet somehow still finding unscanned fish. Very cool. I'm not gonna scroll through all the fish. I'm just gonna be so for real. Apparently, a good portion of the piranhas are not in the school, so you have to scan them individually. And then, of course, if there's any other things that are not piranhas, they're also not in the pool or the school. You gotta scan them. And yeah, it's very easy to miss a fish because you think you've scanned them all. That is the aim of the game, I guess. Scan all the fish. And then rescan all the fish because you're not sure if you scanned them yet. I guess it would be harder at this point to start finding anomalies because we've scanned all the fish, so there's not really a reason for us to go to certain areas anymore, unless we just like were rescanning the entire fish population. Okay, I'm hearing the noise, but I don't know if it's actually just because we're like highlighting them or because we're getting like light off of them. I think it's just because we highlighted them, but not all of them are making that sound. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I do not know. And there's these guys that are just kind of swimming along through the water. They don't really have a care in the world. Alright, let's see. There's not really a huge area up top that's unexplored. There's really just possible underground areas. But when we go into the under areas, it always says that these areas are not acceptable, so I don't know what to do. Maybe they just remain unexplored? Like you just can't get to them? The game just like doesn't let you or whatever? I don't know. I'm gonna sneeze again. That was less painful than last time. But not by a lot. Alright, what do we do now? We've made it to 96. And we have, like, the entire map that's done. So, where could there be hidden fish? No idea. I could try going to places that I've been before. I could try just leaving and letting it not be 100%. But I mean, we've made it this far. We made it to 96%. So we might as well keep trying for 100%, even if it's like super unlikely. Because there's gotta be 4% of the fish somewhere. It's very strange that we haven't found 4%. If we've found this many, you know what I mean? There's no way there's like 4% of tiny single one-off floaters in the ocean. So there's gotta be a big area that we just haven't done yet. Because for the amount of fish that we have scanned, 4% is a lot of fish. To just be straight up missing. So... Because like, yeah, we're gonna see the little one-offs and we might get a couple of those. But... I don't know. I really don't think the little one-offs are gonna get us the 6% that we're missing. Or 4% that we're missing. So, the only thing I can think of is that there's gotta be an area that we just have not been to somehow. Like, this just gave me, like, 3. And that's not a percent. Okay, 4 or 5, I guess. But that's not enough. Like, there's no way that just a bunch of little tiny fish all over this whole area is our missing amount. Like, now we're up to 97, but we were at 96 for a while. Is it just this upper area? Did we just... No, we scanned most of these. Huh. Maybe it's more things like that, where there's just like clumps of fish that we're missing. That could make sense. I'm trying to justify the fact that I missed so many fish, I think, at this point. Because, man, there's just no way there's that many teeny tiny fish hanging out in the ocean. It's entirely possible. But considering that I'm almost positive that you can go over 100%, there's no way that they're all just little, like, one-offs. So... And I know I keep saying that. It is just as much to make myself feel better as it is a statement of believed fact. So, it's truly what I think happened, and also it makes me feel better to think that. It makes me feel better somehow to think that I missed just a big section of fish than that I missed a bunch of teeny tiny fish all over the ocean. I don't know why. It certainly make more sense, but is it likely? I don't know. I think one of the favorite things that I had, one of my favorite things that I had when I went scuba diving, which, if y'all don't know, has only been one time, was just the sheer fact that there was just a lot of nothing. Like, it was an experience where, like, obviously you can't talk to the people around you. You can't have a conversation or anything like you could above land. But it was a situation in which you just kind of were under there. Like, it's very easy to see, like, oh, we are tiny compared to, like, all these underwater creatures, just like you see in this game. But just the lack of noise. And maybe it's because, like, you know, I wasn't in an area that necessarily had, like, loud fish or anything. But at the beginning, when we were learning all the little hand signs and everything, because it was a beginner scuba class, it was very, very simple. And I had never gone even snorkeling, and I know I've said that before, but I had never even gone snorkeling, so I did not know what I was getting into. Really didn't understand, like, the idea of, oh, the ocean's gonna be really quiet under there. You're not gonna be able to hear anything, but also you're gonna be able to hear everything. And we were in this, like, shallows area, so it was very hard to see. The ocean was very dirty right there, because the sand is just super easy to kick up, and of course we were with our flippers. And there was, like, a netting because they were keeping us in an area that, like, they didn't generally have dolphins in, and they were trying to keep the dolphins kind of the other side of the netting, so the people who wanted to swim with dolphins could go swim with dolphins, and people who were, like, learning could be in this little learning area. And we were underwater, and the idea was, you know, you have your mask on and everything, and you just go and you'll be able to see them. Well, I couldn't really see, obviously, because it was very dirty and everything. But what struck me was the sound that they made. Like, I'm used to hearing it above water, and I'm used to it being, like, loud and squeaky and everything. But hearing them on the other side of that little, like, mesh wall, basically. Because they were kind of curious about us, and so they were, of course, looking at us and kind of trying to see about us, and they couldn't really get to us, kind of thing. It did not sound like I thought it would. It was this, like, almost creepy, much lower sound under the water. But it was also really quiet. And it was like if you heard a dolphin whispering above water. Like, he was whispering to his buddy. But it was just the fact that the way that their sound traveled underwater, like, they could hear it just fine, and they could hear each other just fine, and they could communicate just fine. And they weren't trying to communicate with us. Like, we were not the intended target, and our ears were not built to hear that underwater. And what struck me was just the idea that, like, oh, if these guys snuck up on me underwater, I would never realize it. Because they would just be there all of a sudden, basically. And I would not have been prepared for just sudden dolphin by any stretch of the imagination. And I don't know, it was kind of fascinating, but also it was like, wow, the ocean is not just all fun and games, and you do have to take your safety into consideration quite a bit under the water. Because it's not like humans are supposed to be underwater, you know? Would I trade the experience for anything? Absolutely not. Would I go again? Absolutely. Would I avoid the heck out of dolphins because I don't want any mishaps with dolphins? Absolutely, because they are terrifying underwater predators. Would I swim with sharks? Yes. Yes. No no's. Absolutely not. I would 100% swim with sharks. There are some shark species that, like, I might be a little wary of. Like maybe the bull shark, the great white shark, that are historically a little more aggressive anyway. But, like, I might still take them over dolphins. Not gonna lie. Would I 100% take them over dolphins? I don't know. I don't know which one I'd rather meet in a dark trench, so to speak. Because I was gonna say dark alley, but obviously they can't go above water. But, like, I don't know. Dolphins are kind of rude. We've said it many times while playing this game. Dolphins are assholes. Historically, like, they just kind of are. So. See, it's probably something like this, where there's just a bunch of tiny fish. And I'm just somehow missing them. Like that little group right there. I would not have seen the rainbow trouts if I hadn't scanned a different fish. So it's probably some fish in this area that are a lot harder to see because this whole area is like kind of shaded and dark. That's probably how it went down. It's alright, I'm just gonna use my scanner forever. Make sure I scan the whole area in front of me until I find something. I was hoping there would be a few more obvious ones. So far, none. So. The other problem is if I scan a whole area and my little scanner is up before I finish scanning the area, I might miss some from that because it zooms into this and then I think, oh, I'm done. And then I don't rescan the whole area again. Probably not the best idea, but, you know, it happens. Alright, let's get some fish. Fish. Sometimes I wish I could eat fish. I used to be able to. I know I've said it before on stream, but as a kid I was able to eat fish. Pretty easily, actually. I would eat tuna fish straight out of the can. And then I became an adult, and I tried to eat some salmon. Because people are like, oh my god, salmon! And so I tried to eat some, and it made me really, really sick. And I was like, huh, that was weird. And I, you know, didn't eat salmon again for a while. Tried it again. Nope. Really, really sick instantly. And then I decided, okay, well, maybe it's just salmon. Maybe salmon makes me sick. And so I proceeded to try other fish. And every single time, without fail, I would get sick. And each time, I would be more sick than the last time. To the point where I no longer could eat tuna. In the can, out of the can, in a pouch, didn't matter. Because of course, 1 time is a bad batch fish, 7 times is a problem. So now I am at the point where if something I eat is cross-contaminated with fish, I will get sick off of that too. So, sad day. No fish for me. Man, where are all the fish? Where are all the lit up fish? Just this one guy? There's no way. There is no way I'm still missing 3%. I've been over the entire ocean. You guys aren't worth 3%, so what the heck? See, there's just gotta be some big area that I'm missing. There's gotta be either a way to get into these little areas right here around this thing, which we've apparently found some, or there's just a bunch of fish in those areas and I just am unable to find them. Because, I mean, that's a lot of fish. We have scanned probably about 20 more fish and just no changes whatsoever. So, I don't know. I don't know how many is in 1% is the problem. Oh, apparently I found another anomaly. Maybe that'll help. Oh, 98. Okay. We finally made it to 98%. Very cool. What about this drop-off? Are there fish in here that I just haven't been able to see, or... No, we found a couple. And there were some others, but it, like, didn't let me scan them. Unless they weren't blue, and I just couldn't tell. I guess we'll, come here to the shark-infested waters and find what we're looking for. Although I still maintain that technically there's no such thing as shark-infested waters, because you can't infest your own home. But... like a backyard swimming pool, if there was a shark in it, that would be shark-infested waters. Because they're not supposed to be in... I was gonna make a joke that they can't swim, but I thought that would be stupid, and so I didn't. I'm hearing a lot of bloop bloop bloops, but I'm not seeing light, so I have no idea if this stuff has been scanned before, if it's not been scanned. In fact, this area is so saturated with fish that I have no idea where the anomaly is, because he's kind of hard to pinpoint. Alright, we lost him again. Okay. Okay. Kind of playing hot and cold with the fish here. Right, cold again. Swim back this way. Okay. He's got to be around here somewhere, because I keep getting, like, mixed signals from where the hot and cold is. So I'm assuming he's part of one of these, like, swimming fish groups. Otherwise, we would have been able to find him by now. Unless he's one of these dolphins. Nope. Okay, I don't know. I'm giving up in a second. So we know there's an anomaly around here somewhere. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to find fish we haven't scanned yet. Fish that are much harder to find at night, because of course they are. Because the bioluminescent algae does not help. I really don't want to end everything like the dive and whatnot before we get to 100%. Jeez. How many more fish do I need? We're at 98%. Where is my 100%? Why did it grant me 100% at 80% exploration and not grant me 100% fish at like 98? That's insane to me. Alright, the only thing I can think of is that there has to be another underwater cave, and that's where the unexplored area is. Which, if that's true, if there is really an unexplored area that's like a whole cave system like that that goes all the way around, that's going to explain why we haven't been able to find 2% more of these fish. Which, I'm not going to say statistically speaking would be 100 fish, but it would be a lot of fish. Quite a few. based on what we have been able to find. Alright, so we're gonna go in here. Should lead us somewhere. Okay, it led us nowhere, actually. I got turned around again. Very fun and not at all frustrating. Wish I knew where I was. This leads to, oh, hello. I was gonna say this leads to just the other side of this wall, but apparently it leads to some fish I hadn't scanned. Cool. And some fish I had scanned. Apparently I scanned some of the fish in this area, but not all of them. It's a little weird, but I'll take it. Yeah. I'm not going outside the bounds. I'm just trying to see what's in this area that it says I can go through to something. I don't know. Alright, there's something somewhere. Like on the other side of this, there's apparently a hole. Which is cool, I guess. No. Hole in the world. I keep forgetting where the entrance is to this thing. Which it would be super helpful if I could find it and stop being lost. Because like I said, I have a feeling that that inner piece is some sort of cave system or something, and that's why we're missing so much. But I don't know. Is this gonna lead me in there? Can I go down here and it'll lead me in? Or is this just a shipwreck? Yeah, there's a couple of fish down here. A couple of lobsters, you know? Okay. I think we went in this ship before, because I feel like there was a... Maybe it wasn't this ship, maybe it was a different ship. We went in a ship before, because there was, like, something. Maybe that was the first level, actually. We went into a ship that was, like, crashed on the bottom of the ocean, and, like, into the cargo hold. And I think it may have been the first dive that we did, because there was, like, a bunch of fish in there, and it was really cool, and I want to say there was an anomaly, but I don't recall. Alright, let's see. Are you a cave, or are you just a divot? Just a divot, okay. I was trying to see if this little area had like a cave or something in it that I could swim into, but it doesn't appear to. Also, for some reason, this section, a lot harder to see during the day. Don't love that. Alright, let's continue. We only have 2% more to find. That is our entire goal for the stream, is just to find 100% of fish. And it's taken us this long. Crazy. Especially since we had a head start. That's the part that's craziest to me, is I really thought that we were going to hit 100% and be able to do another story piece. But so far... no. Alright, back into the tube. Back into the tube. Up. My light did not come on for a second, and I was like, well, that's the end of this game. Can't see anything. Alright, the tube is on a level that does not connect to our missing pieces. We know that only because they were not lit up. So I don't know if they're higher or lower. I imagine that they're lower, but I don't know how to get lower than we were. So I'm gonna try to explore the base areas to see, like, oh, can we find another cave or something? And maybe we'll find some glowy guys while we're at it. But I'm mostly just looking for, like, this is a little cave. So, like, we'd go in here, and it would lead us to, like, that area. It did save when we did that, which is pretty cool. So, I'm looking for things like that. And it's entirely possible that you just cannot go to those areas. They're just not accessible. But it bugs me that there's so much of the map that's left unexplored when I've got 2% left of fish to find. Alright, oh, cave. We've been in this cave? We've been in this cave, I think. Yeah, we've been in this cave. Probably half a dozen times. These guys are cool. They're already scanned, but they're cool. It's also possible that our entrance is not on the edges and that it's like somewhere in the middle. If there is such an entrance, it could be that there are no entrances and that this is a wild goose chase. Okay, we're apparently about to stumble across another anomaly, which we didn't find the first one, so not really all that helpful for a second one. Which, yeah, is fine. Okay, we passed him up. He's gone now. Oh, maybe not. We're just having ourselves a fun time. Swimming along, trying to find the dark crevasses in this area. There's gotta be one. There's no way that there's like no caves on this side. Like none at all, really? Really? That doesn't seem likely. Because I think there was even a cave in the center, so there's gotta be something on the sides. Of course all the fish are scanned, otherwise they'd be blue. Darn it. It would be so simple if it was just like all the fish in this area or something. Of course, we've been in that one. I think that's the one we came out of. I wonder if I'm going about this the wrong way. Like, maybe it's, like, connected to another cave? And that's the problem? Is, like, we've explored the cave, but not the offshoot cave or something? But also, I can't figure out where else these would be. Like, maybe in the scattered area there's 2% of fish, but I don't know. It seems a little far-fetched that there'd be 2% of fish. Because see, like, I hit this wall and there's still a whole pathway there. Or at least it looks like this whole area is somehow surrounded by unexplored pathway. That doesn't make much sense. But I am getting a little bit too hungry to continue going. So, do I end on 98%? That doesn't seem very fun. I would much rather end on 100%. So, pushing through, I guess. I don't know. Do we push through, chat? Do I give up and go eat? I don't know the right answer. The ocean won't tell me. I guess it can't divulge all its secrets. It's gotta keep a couple secrets, yeah. Just a couple. Alright, are there any entrances in the middle? That's the other part. Look at. I'm just like speeding through this and not actually looking at the whole thing. We're gonna go out this entrance. I'm not getting stuck in here. I'm finding a cave. You see, it should be, theoretically, it should be much higher up. But it could be even farther down. Like if we went even farther down, would it matter? Would we find what we're looking for? Probably not. What the heck do I do? How can I be missing so many percents? I just gotta completely rescan everything I've ever scanned? Is that the secret? Shove my scanner deep into these reefs? Really disturb all the fish? Are they in here somewhere? Well, apparently there's a couple in here, so... Gotta be something. Oh, a heart rock. Very cute. Doop doop doop. Doop 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 doop. Just trying to scan the whole seaweed. We're still getting a couple. So, I mean, shit, maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's impossible for them to be in here, but like, there's probably like 10 and not the 2% that I need. Right? Theoretically? Maybe? This is insane. I'm rescanning things that I've already scanned a bunch. I don't want to do that. That sounds boring. But these dang things have to be hiding somewhere. And if I get to 99%, they're definitely not able to quit. Because I will be danged if I quit at 99%. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome to the frantic searching for the last 2% of these fish. How are you? What are you up to? What have you played recently? I feel like I saw you playing Hogwarts Legacy the other day. What's up with that, Ronnie? You're gonna hear that sound a lot because I am trying my best to scan every square inch that I have already scanned. I gotta find these fish. Checked it out till you got to the 10 FPS sorting hat scene. Oh my god. I didn't know that was a thing. But also, gross. Why was it 10 FPS? What happened? Was it like lag on your end or just that's just the game? Because either one, possible. It felt a buzz, but I don't know if it was us or an anomaly. Look, a whale shark! It's my favorite distraction technique. Apparently the PC version renders the sorting hat scene. Yeah, so wow, okay. Good to know. Not that I had any intention of playing it, but, you know. Cool. Even more reason not to play it, I guess. I don't like it when my PC doesn't look nice. You just got up after driving back from Woodville. What were you doing in Woodville? Where is Woodville? I'm gonna assume that you are in ad space and therefore can't hear me, so I will ask again in a few seconds. Give Lewis prison. What? Were you picking somebody up? 99! Hooray! Are you picking somebody up from prison? Were you in prison? What is happening right now? Do you have Twitch Turbo and you skipped my ads? Because that would be perfectly fine. I think I make a couple cents off Turbo, so... I'm very confused. What were you doing there? What was the purpose? Please explain. Your team fills in for understaffed prisons. Oh. I didn't know that you were security guarding. Prison guarding? Security guarding? An anomaly! Yeah, I'm not finding another anomaly, Sarah. Please leave me alone. Cool, but no. You can't make me. I'm just trying to find 1% of fish. This is terrible. I don't know how much makes up 1%. That's really gonna mess with my head. Because I'm positive absolutely positive. Oh my god. Positively sure that we can find more than 100%. So why am I struggling at 99%? I don't understand. Okay, so it was an understaffed prison, and you went there, which is cool, I guess. But, like, did you sign up for it? Or did you just get told, hey, by the way, your Thursday shift is going to be at this other prison? How does that work? Also, how are you liking it? Is it a terrible job and you wish you never took it? Or are you actually pretty okay with the whole shebang? We haven't talked since you started doing that, so I don't know. It was news to me, therefore I don't remember. You're a corrections officer that is on a team that fills in for understaffed prisons. Okay. Basic, straight to the point. I love it. We get assigned to one weekly. Oh, okay. So you're there like this whole week kind of thing. So you have to drive that whole distance like this whole week. That kind of seems terrible. It's like 10 p.m. and you're just now getting home. How are you supposed to function at your best if you are undergoing sleep deprivation? I mean, I guess it's not permanent sleep deprivation, so it's not like the worst ever. But still, that's pretty harsh on your body. We go there Sunday to check into a hotel, work Monday through... Oh, okay. So you're not making that commute every day. Then you drive home Thursday. Okay. So you just got off of a rotation, basically. That's pretty cool. And then you get Friday and Saturday off, basically? Does that mean that next week you'll be at a different prison? Or, like, do you do several rotations at one prison, and then you go to another prison and do several rotations there? Like, I don't actually understand how that all works, so I am asking so many questions. It's also helping my brain process the fact that I have to sit here and re-scan all these same fish. It may be a same one, it may be a different one. Oh. Do you not find out until, like, Sunday night kind of thing? Or... Also, look at this whale shark. I don't know how they decide who goes where. Oh. But, like, when do they tell you? Like, when do you find out? Oh, Friday night, Saturday morning. Okay. So you're at least, like, off work, and you have time to, like, pack and prepare and everything. That's kind of cool. I mean, I guess there's not that much to pack and prepare. Like, you just need your lounge around the hotel clothes, and then you need, like, your actual uniform. But still, you know, that's nice. A little time. Oh, hello. What? It's in the wall. Oh, that was weird, right? I feel like that was weird. And I... Okay. That happened, and we were all here for it. Congratulations. Ugh, how many tiny fish do I still need? This is the problem, is that I have 1% left, and I'm scanning like a madwoman trying to get through all this. Job, it's not that bad besides when the inmates want to act like children. I mean, I feel like that's pretty universal for any sort of job, where when the people you are there to service? I don't know. That's not the right word. The people that you're put in charge of sometimes act like children. Like that seems to be universal job to job. Imagine it's like that in other sectors is more the point that I'm trying to make. I mean, it was like that when I worked retail, it was like that in the hospital. Just everybody has the ability to act like just absolute children. So, I can fully understand that. Why, oh why, oh why. There's like every once in a while a little thing of light, which tells me I didn't scan that fish before. Is that where my 1% is gonna be? Ugh, I must have cursed myself with that. Dang it. Is my 1% in these like 2 blocks up here that I've never been to? There's no way. There's no way that's true. It's possible, but... I wish like instead of 99%, it would say like 99.9 or something. Like, let me know how close I am to the next percent, please. Or like as you got closer to 99 or 100%, it like had a countdown of the number of fish you needed. That'd be helpful. It's not a thing, and they won't do it, but it would be so helpful. That is the one thing, is that if you're going for a perfection run like we're trying to do with this particular dive, I have a feeling that it's gonna get tedious. So I can see why people said the game, like, oh, it was tedious, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But there were plenty of people that said, like, they had a great time with it, and honestly, even with all the tedium, I've had a great time with this game. So, I don't know. For me, it's just a matter of, you know, finding the good parts of the game and sticking with those. So, I don't know that we'll do another 100% run. So, don't expect my dives to ever take this long, if I can help it. We've definitely been up here, like, 4 times. Ugh. Maybe not 4 times. Honestly, I think we've only been up here twice, because I remember the giant squid, and I remember us going to him both last time we streamed and this time. Although, gotta say, the fact that they let you do a dive multiple times until you, like, finish it is really cool. And I'm sure they would let me continue doing it no matter what, if I so chose. Alright, there's number 2. We're not really after them, so I'm not really actually trying to get them, but... It does help, because it kind of gives me an area to head towards that I can try to get all these, like, unclaimed spaces along the way. Which helps my brain think, oh, well, maybe... Welcome back. You must have been in ad space. So, like, the little spaces do help because I can kind of see, like, oh, there might be a fish here, and there might be a fish there. So, I can grab the little one-offs, which is probably what's keeping us at 99%. Someone ringing your doorbell at 10 p.m. Whomst? Because that doesn't sound, safe. I don't answer my door if I'm not expecting someone. Much less if it's late at night, because that is the worst time. The only time I answered my door late at night was when I had called the police about my car getting broken into. And I answered it because they were pounding on my door. Even though I called the non-emergent line, and they didn't really need to pound on my door. They could have just knocked. I mean, honestly, I only called the non-emergent line because I needed the police report for my insurance. Not that they helped me, but they asked for it, so I got one. His insurance is a scam. Not really a scam, but like, they are not in the business of paying for things, so they are actively trying to keep from paying things. That's how they make money. They get your money in the event that, you know, you ever need them, they'll pay for it, and then they actively try not to pay you for things. They got onto you for not calling the non-emergency line when your car got stolen. Did you call the emergency line? Or did you just not call anybody? Because, I mean... Oh, you called the non-emergency line. Got it. Okay. You called the emergency line, then. I mean, I guess I can see where that might be annoying for them. But, like, literally, I called the non-emergent line. Because, let me be for real. I called my dad first to you as an emergency. I mean, I could understand that fully. But let's be for real. I called my father first. I did not call the cops first. I didn't call anybody of any sort of authority. I called my dad because who am I gonna turn to when things are wrong in my life? I'm gonna turn to somebody who is more adult than me. So I called my dad, and he was like, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to call the non-emergency line, you need to take lots of pictures because you gotta send them to your insurance, blah, 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 blah. And he basically told me everything I needed to do. He, like, even found the number for the non-emergent line for me. Now, granted, I fully knew that he was gonna be awake, and I knew that I could count on him. So, like, you know, if your situation's not the same, don't take this as, here's the steps you gotta take. But, like, still, I didn't call the cops first. Like, my first instinct was call a person that I trust, who is more adult than I am. So, I don't know. It's just funny how our reaction type things work. You first called the apartment's wrecker service to see if they didn't accidentally tow your car. Valid. And obviously they hadn't, because, you know, it was stolen. So you called them, they said they didn't have it, and then you were like, well, then it's stolen, gotta call the cops. Because, I mean, that would also be my thought process. Have I not touched this one? Or did I just skate right through this area? Odd. Where's my 1%, please? I can't find 1% of fish. I mean, I'd say that's a pretty good track record, but also, how can I not find them? How many fish are still missing? I don't know. This is terrible. I'm trying to keep a close eye on, like, the ground to see if maybe there's a couple on the floor that I missed somehow. But it can't be this difficult. I've reiterated it a bunch of times. Like, you can get over 100%. Like, I've seen people do it. You can get over 100%. So there's no friggin' way that it's counting this many tiny fish as, like, ones that I need. There's just no way. I mean, clearly it is, but also, we've been underwater for 25 days. Where is the last 1% of these fish? Ugh. Oh, that's the fun part. You don't run out of oxygen in this game. You can just dive forever. But you gotta imagine that how much oxygen does your character have? Enough for infinity. We're living in the future, baby. We've got an AI companion that helps us out, and some guy named Daniel that sometimes comes around. He's not here right now. Is your character has gills? Maybe. It's unconfirmed if my character has gills or not. All we know is that we're not currently dead. So, you know, it's pretty nice. It's good to not currently be dead. I'm trying to skirt the edges of the playable field to see if maybe there's a hidden fish somewhere. Hidden fish or two, you know. Maybe a secret cave. These are all fish I've scanned before. Death becomes me. And see, these guys are all individual fish, so you have to scan them individually, and if you miss one, too bad, so sad. And if they're teeny tiny, oh well. But I'm still missing 1% of fish, and every so often, a little glowy light will come at me, and I will be joyous for part of a second, because I'll think, oh, finally, I have found the end of the 1%. Nope. Stop zooming in on the fish, please. I don't actually want to scan the fish, I just want to see, have I scanned the fish before? And sometimes there's sounds like that. So that's fun. Is it you? It's not you. Is there another fish over here? Oh, hello. Is it you guys? Are you the anomaly? You're certainly a group of fish I hadn't scanned before. So that's cool. Nope, it's neither of those. Okay. Okay, there's only one fish here, but he is not it. Which means there's gotta be more than one fish here. Oh, there's another school of fish I hadn't scanned. But it's none of them either. What? Okay, where in the world would this fish be? He's literally the only fish on the rock, but it's somehow not him. Is it one of these fish? Ah, we found him! He was on the other rock. But we did manage to find a couple of schools of fish that we hadn't seen before, which tells me there's probably more of those out there. So I don't want to miss any on the ground, but I also don't want to miss any of these schools of fish, which are very easy to do when you're swimming down and everything is blue. Yeah, we found the anomaly in the water. So one of the things that you look for in the game is you're trying to find all of these anomalies, which once you have found the very first round of them, then all the subsequent rounds, as soon as you find one, the rest get you these red circles, because we've explored these areas of the map. Now I imagine that if we had explored the map and just not scanned any, we'd still eventually have them pop up. Because it's like, oh, we're detecting unknown signs of life. This is weird. You should check it out. And so we do, because that's our job. But yeah, we're trying to find the mysteries of the ocean. Because we're a salvage diver, that's our whole purpose. We're trying to save a coral by scanning things and getting light particles from it. You know, like any other underwater exploration would be. That's wholesome and not trying to kill you at every second. Subnautica. But for the most part, it is simply just a game about exploration. Sometimes the music's real nice and chill, and sometimes it's got creepy sounds in the background, like the whale that was just in the water. You know, all kinds of stuff. But this is the type of game that you could easily pick up and play for a while, and then put down for a while, and pick up and play for a while, because it does let you save your progress. So if I were to end the dive right now, and I wanted to play it again, I would start it at 99%. So, although I have been streaming much longer than I originally intended, I have 1% left to go. There's no way I can end the game with 1% left to go. Oh, fish, fish. I haven't scanned you before. Ah, that wasn't them. Are you dirty, dirty hookers? Where is my last fish? Please. Please let it be just like one of those schools, and I scan it, and it's glorious. And we get to 100. Ugh. I don't think my heart can take it anymore. And my stomach can't take it anymore. I'm starving. Back in my day, you only 100%ed games. I mean, I'm not 100%ing the game, I'm 100%ing this particular dive. So... Oh, found a couple of fish. Oh, scan 100%! Yay! There's still fish to be scanned, but I don't care. We scanned 100%. But also, what is this area? How have we never scanned these fish before? Hold up. No, for real. What is this area? How did we not scan these fish before? Did we just, like, swim above them, like, 30 times? What the heck? Okay. We have officially scanned 100%. There's probably still more to be found, but that's fine. Alright, in dive. Hooray! We finally finished! And we ranked up. Teamwork, done. Research, done. Salvage, done. Exploration, no gold medals for me. We have now increased our creature dive capacity to 90. Now, if you remember from way earlier in the stream, in order to swim around with Thanatos at our side, we need our dive rank capacity to be 150. So, it's good, but it's not great. We did get a lot of bonuses. Of course, we got the strange biometric signs discovered because we did another UML. We don't have any dive buddies. Probably should have just picked one. Don't know what the lucky tags do. No idea how to get those. We didn't really scan any unknown creatures. I thought we had, but apparently not. We had already gotten the one for 50%, so now we just got the one for 80 and 100%. Newly logged, rare, rather, and unknown. Unknown must be like super rare or something. Got our salvages, and then we got the points for 50 and 100% of the exploration. So, very nice. For a fresh diver. Now, if we were to share that code with someone else, they would be able to come and do the same dive that we just did. I don't know if they start at the same place that we did, but they'd be able to do the same dive. Because these are generated in the same way that like Minecraft areas are generated, just much, much smaller. So, all right. So we got that done. Did we manage to unlock the next chapter? Doesn't look like it. Let's find out. Nope, we have 7,300 out of 8,000. So 7,300 out of 8,000. And there is an exhilarating dive going. So it's a chance to meet creatures that are difficult to find during dives. For a limited time, you are welcome to visit this special dive area where you will meet a wide variety of marine life, including unusual schools of fish and huge fish you've never seen before. So it looks like it starts on 7.5. And it ends on 7.8. So let me see if that is... Dang it. That's not a day I usually stream, because I no longer stream on the weekends, and our next stream for this is going to be on 7.4. So what I may have to do is I may have to do an extra stream just to try to do the exhilarating dive, but I don't know if that is specifically for like Nintendo Online or how that works. So we may have to just look into that. But we'll see. We might be able to find a way to do it, and or I may just have to do it on my own and record it and put it up on YouTube later and make it a special YouTube thing. So we'll see. I haven't really done that before. I've never really like streamed specifically for YouTube, or recorded specifically for YouTube is what I should say. So it's an experience I'd like to try out at least once. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I hope you have a restful, relaxing rest of your evening. I hope you get a snack if you need it, and I hope you remember to hydrate because it is good for your brain and your body. I am starving to death, so I am gonna bounce. One more hydrate for me because it was good for me. And we will be back on Monday. I do not know what game we're going to be playing for Mystery Monday. Thinking we may have to go ahead and start Ace Attorney because I've put it off and put it off and put it off in anticipation of making a cosplay, and I just still haven't even bought the stuff for it. I just have this pattern sitting around waiting for me to do things with it. So we may have to go ahead and start it, and that may be the jump I need to finally make the cosplay. Plus I haven't cosplayed in a while. Kind of need to do that because I'd like to. And then of course Tuesday we'll be back with more Palia. Hopefully the drops continue so that we can all get the items that are being offered right now. I think there's like some sort of pillow or something that's happening, and I really need those because I want to put them on the couch in that special plush room we have. And of course, we'll be back Wednesday with some more Stardew Valley. And if I say anymore, I'll probably get annoyed with myself. And we'll be back next Thursday with more of this. Next Thursday is a holiday. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming at the same time that I normally do, or if I'm going to get started a little earlier in the day. It really depends. I am going to be watching my dad's dog, so I may get started a little earlier or later, depending on like when he comes by to drop her off. So that I can, you know, spend time with her and, of course, make sure she gets along with my dog and all that kind of fun stuff. So, once again, thank you everybody so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Bye!